Hi, Mark here from the Tangent-Bound Podcast Network and host of the flagship show, the Tangent-Bound Podcast. Did you know that we over at Tangent-Bound are always looking for amazing podcasts to promote? And did you also know that we are also proud nerds and geeks of everything from movies, music, gaming, TV shows, and comic books to wrestling, MMA, soccer, and football? Whatever you can nerd or geek out about, we've got it. And if you're interested, we can help you find it. And if you're a show looking for a place to call home, we've got you covered. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, tumors, shakes, and in some rare cases, death from excessive laughter. Though to be fair, it's only sometimes. Other side effects may include diarrhea, gallstones, heart palpitations, and strong desire for cookies on the dark side. Talk to your doctor and visit TangentBoundNetwork.com and see if Tangent-Bound Network is right for you.
Hello, and welcome to the Moving the Needle podcast, where we ask, what moves you? Excellent or bogus? Did anyone do the right thing? Do you mess with the Zohan? With me tonight to discuss Do the Right Thing, Rocky versus Creed, childhood, guilty pleasures, a test of time, you don't mess with the Zohan, once upon a time in Hollywood. With me tonight is Stephanie.
Hello.
Roy. Hello. And Henno. Yo, we want to thank you for listening on iTunes. We're also available on Spotify, just about everywhere you can find podcasts. We are, so come on now,
Google
let
Play.
us know. Email us at mtnpodcast@gmail.com or on facebook.com/mtnpod. Twitter and tweet us at mtnpod. There's so many ways to find us.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swaps it with Earl so it glistens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. The boys will let you know when there's a Spurler. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 468.
Sexiest podcast on a network.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
As is tradition.
Right.
Yeah.
Bringing you another outdoor session.
Yeah.
If you will. Tony's
I
sun's out, guns out over there.
dude, it's been so hot today that at work that as soon as I took the shower, I'm like, I'm wearing as little as I can.
Yeah.
You know?
Trust me, everyone's very happy right now. This isn't a video podcast. Yikes.
Bomber. Hey, leave the hose alone, stupid. What's cool is I'm on Bluetooth right now, so I can get up and walk over there and move it and still stay connected.
Yeah, true.
See, if I was in my basement studio, I would like drag half the setup off the desk if I did that.
Perfect.
Which would be a major problem.
Yeah, I think it would be perfect. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it would sound hilarious. That's for sure.
Yeah. Because
I don't know if it would be hilarious.
Oh my goodness, what is going on?
I had to go pick the coiled up hose and hang it on the fence because I don't want a chewed up hose over there.
Yeah. Nobody likes
some little doofus is like, oh, there's water in here.
Listen, I think we can all sympathize. Nobody likes chewed up hose, you know?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I want my hose in prime condition.
Right. I mean, depending on my budget, but you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes you have to go with, with manager special, you know?
Yeah, lunchtime hose.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Tuesday afternoon.
Day shift hose.
Yep, exactly. Oh,
I mean, what are you going to do, right?
Yep. So, yeah, good stuffs.
So how are you, man?
I'm all right. Warm.
Living the dream?
Warm because, I'm the only person in the house that gets hot apparently. So the air conditioning is...
That's interesting.
Yeah, the air in the house is set at like 77 right now. Which,
oh my God,
for me is balmy. So,
like, I'm not a major air conditioner guy, but that's too hot for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, around 74, I'm good, but
right
somewhere in that range. But whew, yeah, so yeah, what can you do? Just gotta sweat,
sweat, and be miserable.
Yep, exactly.
It sounds like that's pretty much your only option. I'm assuming
first world problem for sure. Oh, wham, my air conditioner's at 77,
Yeah.
Someone drinking from a mud puddle, go fuck yourself,
Yeah, I was about to say there's some kid in India listening to our show on a Zune or something, and, they got like fucking 5-gallon bucket roof, and their air conditioning consists of whatever breeze can go through their ghetto.
Right. Yeah. Right.
But hi, Indian kid.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, right.
I haven't looked at those stats in a while.
Yeah.
The like world stats.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any Indian listeners?
I don't know because I haven't done the breakdown like that in a while, so I couldn't tell you if we have random country.
Well, guess where I'm going.
I guess
right?
I should India's not a random country. I mean, it's a pretty big country, so
it's a pretty big country.
Yeah. But I don't know. I used to look at that stuff occasionally just for curiosity's sake, but I haven't in a while.
I'm going to do the research real quick.
All right.
Yeah. Meanwhile, how was your week?
It's been fine realistically, but it was, whatever. We got a new sink in our bathroom here, the one that's right off of my room.
Nice.
And, you gotta let the stuff, the silicone and stuff, grab hold, so you can't use it for a little bit. So, the only thing that stinks is the shower that we have in there. Like, there's no faucet on it. It's just the shower. So,
right.
I can't just if you had a bathtub where you could just run a little water, wash your hands in the bathtub, so I literally have to turn the shower on to wash my hands.
I mean, that's kind of annoying.
It is, but whatever. You gotta.
I guess could be worse.
Yeah, totally. At least I have that. At least it isn't just a bathroom with no shower or bathtub.
You're not dealing with Flint water or something.
Yeah, right. I mean, I could always pull the back of the toilet off and just splash my hands around in the tank water, but
I mean, if you want to.
Or just stick them down in the toilet and just flush, that'll create a nice,
also true.
That'll be like water moving around. That'll get me perfectly clean,
Most
I'm
excellent.
Sure. Oh, yeah, sure. If only I had a bidet right now. I mean, I'd be...
Well, let's see here. Well, we have no Indian listeners, unfortunately.
Dang it.
But we do have, Jesus, Bird.
Yeah, right.
A couple Russian listeners,
Perfect.
Some in Germany, France, Spain, Ireland, and the UK.
Excellent.
Oh, and some in Malaysia. We have some Malaysians. Hello, Malaysians.
Yeah.
Is that what we call you guys? I don't even know.
Thanks for making my action figures as I grew up.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I do remember a bunch of toys back in the day. It seemed like they were from Malaysia. So I don't know. Whatever.
That's what you do.
Yeah. This week, Funko and various sites had the what would have been the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive pops.
Oh, right.
You know, and I forgot what day it was. The day they went on sale anyway. You know, they showed the one that I was like absolutely have to try to get is have you watched the final season of Samurai Jack yet?
No, I'm a horrible human being.
Okay. Well, there's a character named Scaramouche. And anyway, he talks kind of like Sammy Davis Jr.
Oh, okay, that's fun.
And whatever. And anyway, they made a pop of him, and when they announced who it was going to be exclusive to, it's a site called Toy Tokyo, which I've had zero luck since I've been collecting pops. I've not been able to get one collectible pop from their site. You know, okay. Those kind, like exclusive ones. So I was like, man, of course they had to get it, you know? Well, Funko actually put it up on their website the day things went on sale. So I was like, well, here we go. You know, let's see how this goes. And I got it. Like, it's on its way to me right now.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, well, I have more for that later, but yeah.
Oh. Well, shut up and take my money.
But I was just like, holy shit, I actually, you know, got the one that I really wanted. Because they've made 3 total Samurai Jack pops. You know, they had the 2-pack with him and Aku, and now this one. So
right.
I wish they would make more, because there's a bunch of characters that I would really love to have. But, you know.
You mean more Samurai Jack ones, I assume?
But that, too. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to make a bigger Aku, you know, because of how he stretches his form. It'd be kind of cool to have like a 10-inch Aku, you know? Yeah. But yeah, you know.
Here you go.
Different versions of... What?
I can kind of have a soundboard.
Oh, God. This sounds...
Kind of.
This seems dangerous.
What if they made an Aku that was like Stretch Armstrong?
Oh, that'd be awesome. I need one, though, that kind of stretches and can kind of hold form somehow.
Take my money. Thank you, YouTube.
Right.
Yeah, you can kind of stretch it and somehow, hold its form, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's different versions of Jack that it would be kind of cool to have, you know. But the one I want the most, of course, is, oh God, I can't think of the character's name now.
You're talking about Dance Rave Jack when he's got the furry boots on.
Yeah,
and,
obviously.
The pacifier, right?
Of course. No, his Scottish friend.
Oh yeah, with the machine gun arm. Right?
Yeah, that's the one I want the most.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't remember that guy's name either. But that guy's terrific.
But you know, he's had a few, friends and enemies that I think it'd be cool for him to make.
Some called them frenemies.
No, I mean they're friends and enemies, not together.
Maybe there's a couple that are both.
There probably are, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was quite happy about that. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was quite nice.
Quite nice. Nothing wrong, Flo. Shut up and take my money.
Right. So yeah, I really haven't done much this week. You know, I went out for a hot minute today, and that's about it. So
right.
So I've just been trying to not go out as much. Not that I was going out a lot before, but I've been trying to avoid it.
Yeah, I hear ya.
Again, so.
Hey.
Pie hole. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yep. Like, listen, we don't have a third mic here.
I know. Apparently she wants to be a third mic all of a sudden.
Right.
She was very content just laying there, and now she wants to bark at probably nothing.
Right. I mean, maybe she's a big Samurai Jack fan.
She makes noises, and I go over and look out the gate. Like, what are you looking at? There's nothing there.
Yeah.
She does have a lazy eye. Leah's convinced it sees into the spirit world.
That could be. I mean, I have a lazy eye, and I don't bark at things, generally.
That's true. Do you see into the spirit world, though?
That's a topic for a different podcast.
Fair enough.
Stay tuned to my new Supernatural podcast coming out.
Right. Supernatural.
Yes. Oh
That's
my
what
God.
I think it should be
That's
called.
what it should be. Here's what it needs to be, right? Here's my new podcast. It's called Supernatural, and every week I have a guest come on and try to convince me about shit that I call bunk on.
I would love this. I'm just saying.
Right. Like, all right, what are you here to talk to me about? Ghosts? Go, you know?
Yeah, and go.
Astrology? Convince me. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. You could make it like, you can make it a half-hour podcast and have 2 guests and each get 15 minutes to convince you of something different.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like this idea a little bit. Because
You just have like a ticking clock, like a kitchen timer. Just
for sure. Yeah.
And I'm not convinced.
Yeah. That's basically the whole show, is that every time I'm just gonna, I don't even say it live, I just have it recorded, I just hit a button, you know, like, not good enough, next.
Either that, or it's you and I reenact every episode of Supernatural on our podcast. And it's called Supernatural.
Now, are we playing all the parts?
Sure.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I've never really watched Supernatural.
I haven't
but
either.
There's 2 guys as the leads.
Right.
So.
Well, I was meaning, like, we're playing all the villains and whatever they fight against.
I wouldn't have it any other
Okay,
way.
I'm just checking.
Yeah, I've got some excellent villain sunglasses. They're inside right now. I'll show you.
Perfect.
Yeah, they were, you ever just like peruse Amazon and there's some sort of weird lightning deal and they're like, these are so terrific and so awful and so cheap, I have to buy them.
Yeah.
That's basically what I did with these sunglasses.
That's understandable.
I believe I put them on and, Michelle said, Tony, why? And then I showed Leah and she was like, never wear those in public.
Which clearly means every time you're with her in public, you have to wear them.
Yeah, that's why I was like, just you wait when I drive around the Jeep with, I'll get myself a clearance out American flag tank top.
Yeah.
Put on my vacation hat.
Oh my.
All be well in the world.
Yep. She'd be like, you know what, Dad, I'm going to walk.
Yeah, basically.
Like, it's 10
Although
miles.
I totally left my vacation hat at my mom's house over the weekend.
Well, it's on vacation now.
It is.
Yeah. Makes sense.
It's kind of a bummer, to be honest. I was like, because I like wearing it outside and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Yep.
It is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guess that'll
So,
teach you.
Supernatural. Or it has one last thing. That you make all natural stews on YouTube.
In like a cauldron, like a bubbling cauldron every time.
Yeah. Or just like a smart like Instant Pot or something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, so like people tune in for like ghost stories and stuff, and you're just making like beef stew.
Yeah, actually, right
with
there,
all natural ingredients,
dude. Right there's the hook. Like, I have a guest, we tell ghost stories and cook a stew.
Oh shit, Brian! I think we're on to something
and
here.
Kaboom! Now we're all set. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they try to tell you ghost stories and try to convince you while you're cooking and eating the stew.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, but not on mic because I'm conscious of people with misophonia.
There you go.
Like, no eating on mic or I'll have to murder whoever's on the show with me.
Yeah, y'all gonna die.
You'll be in the next stew.
Yes, exactly. That's what happens when they don't convince you. They become the next stew.
Yeah. You have your next guest on and they're like, I like to use chicken. Be like, nah, I already got the meat covered.
Yeah. What are we using? Long pig. What?
Yeah. This is a lot of meat.
Yeah, like 236 pounds.
Yeah.
That's so exact.
Yeah. Right. Like, I don't know, it was kind of chewy. Like, yeah, it was lean. What are you going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Oh, goodness. So how was your week?
Well, I was off from work all last week, so that was pretty goddamn amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't even really do much except hang out around the house, basically, but still was amazing.
Yeah.
That's
good enough, though.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Although there was one day where Leah and we went to the botanical gardens.
Mm-hmm.
Not somewhere I go that often, and I kind of don't know why, because it's like amazing.
Yeah, go there and meditate.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, God damn, why don't I come here more often? It was really quiet.
Yeah.
And
because of the restraining order.
Hey-o. No, it's like, you go to, I'm going local, folks, sorry, but, you go to one of our metro parks, you go to, Wildwood on a nice day, packed.
Yeah.
Everyone's going wild. Everyone's circle jerking in the woods for some reason.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I went to Botanical Gardens. There were some people there, but wasn't a ton of people.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's just like, God, it's just like, it was awesome. I took a bunch of pictures and shit. Leah took a bunch of pictures. We had a good time. I am also trying to go out less, but, Brian, tacos.
Yeah.
Gotta get some tacos.
Sure.
So I asked Leah, I'm like, hey, why don't we grab some lunch or something, And, there's this new, new taco place over by T's Kroger.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, let's check that place out. Walk in, pull up, look at the signs, open 11 to whatever late ass time to close because it's a bar too, of course.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, perfect. It says, please enter through patio. All right. So we pull around back, find the patio entrance, walk in. One, the patio is amazing. Beautiful patio, very big. I'm like, I would come back just for his patio. But there's this dude out there just filling, those bags he hang up and you can plant flowers and vegetables and shit in.
Yeah.
He's just in the middle of the floor, just hosing this thing down. And I'm like, I gotta let this guy know we're going around and we're gonna get wet.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey man, just sneaking by you on the left here. And he's like, oh, whoa. We're closed. And I'm like, it said 11. No, 3 o'clock.
Huh.
Okay.
Then you should probably close and or lock the patio.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking because I had a gate that was wide open. And
yeah.
All right. So we ended up going to this other place, which I'm not going to even say the name of it because I will never be back.
Oh, nice.
Food sucked. It was it wasn't bad, but it was everything was salty. They had a patio, but they're like, oh no, patio's closed. It's but I want to sit outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They're like, then get the food and take it to your car.
Yeah. Right. And it's not it wasn't busy, so I didn't feel like we were in danger or anything.
Yeah.
But, as we were cashing out leaving, I'm watching this lady come walking in and she's got this little yapper of a dog just holding it. And of course it's got a service vest on, which I'm all for service dogs, but you can immediately tell that she just bought that vest.
Yeah. She bought it on Wish.
Not behaving like a service dog.
Oh, right. Well, it's just her anxiety dog. That's all it is. Yeah.
It's just, I totally get that.
Yeah.
But I really believe a lot of people bend the rules.
Yeah. Just
so they can take their stupid dogs into restaurants.
Listen, you shut your damn mouth. Me and my anxiety kangaroo have to go everywhere together, all right?
I mean, that would be dope if you had an anxiety kangaroo. Just starts boxing people.
Yeah, I'm with you. Obviously me doing the crazy life and stuff, I'm all for people having the ability to, have a comfort animal and stuff, but yeah, there's definitely some where you're like,
yeah.
Is it though?
Yeah, exactly. And it was I didn't really have a huge deal with it at first because I was just kind of is that lady really bringing this dog in this restaurant? I saw the vest. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
My problem started when she pulled out a little folding bowl for it and just dumped a pint glass of water in it so the dog could drink it. And then the dog was half on the table. And then she just starts feeding it chips and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's that's when I was like, this lady's dumb. Yeah. I hope her dog gets chip poisoning or whatever dogs
terrible.
can get. I know. I mean, I'm a dog person. My dog's over here drinking rainwater off the damn bench like a savage.
Right.
But I would never bring her into a restaurant.
Yeah.
Well, one, because she just, she's not well behaved enough yet. But
yeah. That's my thing. It's I understand, like we were saying, it's I understand people bringing their animals and stuff, but it's at the same time, I really don't want animals inside the restaurants. But then again, whatever. They're probably cleaner than the human bringing them in, so whatever.
Yeah. She looked like a savage, this lady. I mean, you could tell she probably had like 18 packs of cigarettes before she came in there, and
like
probably
to
a
eat.
martini.
Right, just to eat, though.
Yeah, just chewed on them.
Yeah.
She's just a filthy animal.
That's the way to have the cigarettes, I've heard.
Yeah. Just chaw on them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, I don't know, man. It was just bizarre. Like, I just don't approve. And then this Mexican place, they probably make great margaritas, or at least strong ones, because as we were leaving, like, the old ladies were gathering outside. That's what old ladies like to do. Oh, let's get to go and have some margs.
Yeah. Right.
Let's get day drunk and drive home in our Audis.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Except for the driving part. That seems like a terrible idea. It seems like instead of doing that, you just maybe grab an Uber.
Yeah, you'd think, right? Now you don't know what Uber is, Brian.
Oh, good
They're
point.
old and dumb.
Yeah. All right.
Technology is beyond them.
Take the tarps.
Right.
That's the Toledo.
Tarps.
The Toledo. They're not really the bus. They're like the.
No, it's like kind of like the short bus.
Yeah, it's like the shuttle kind of a thing for.
Yeah.
Various groups. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you can, I know for certain people, like, disabled people and whatnot, and elderly, they can call and schedule a pickup or a delivery or a drop off. So.
Right.
Not quite as convenient as Uber, because you have to call like the day before, I think, and give them like half an hour, notice or whatever. So, yeah.
There's something about your dress that she likes to assault.
It moves, probably.
It's the flowiness.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Seems like a toy.
Ugh. Let me tell you. It's been a while since I had a puppy. It's been a while since I had babies. And I currently have, like, basically a man and 2 teens, and this one's a real bitch. Can't wait till this dog gets out of her teenage phase.
Right. Yeah, in 6 years. Yeah.
It better not be 6 years. But no, I because I was off, I was adding notes aplenty to my thing because I was actually doing stuff.
Right.
Which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We were talking about podcasts earlier before we recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling you, for some reason my app is loading stuff in blocks now instead of how I used to listen to them.
Yeah.
So, like, it's been a long time since I listened to a Joe Rogan podcast, and I don't know if I'm missing it.
Yeah. I kind of feel like I haven't listened to Rogan in a while because, I don't know, he's kind of landed on the wrong side of things, in my opinion, recently more than ever. And I don't know, I'm kind of losing, I've kind of lost my love for a lot of his stuff, but.
Like, I mean, I almost think he might have got too big.
Yeah, that very well could be. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it almost feels like to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, I'm not really missing it. I realized that the other day because it's, I've been listening to a lot of just comedians. Well, not a lot.
Yeah.
When I do get a chance to listen to podcasts, I listen to some comedians' podcasts and stuff. And
well, I think part of it too was, obviously I'll give him credit because he tried to bring on a lot of intellectual people in ways that weren't being done when he first started. Now, if you want to hear good, intelligent conversation, there's way better conversations being had on other podcasts now.
Yeah, it's true.
It's kind of like comedy ones. A lot of the early comedy ones, there's better comedy ones now because people have taken the format and, tweaked it, or they work differently within it to find, really good things to do with it. So it's interesting how I've done that over the years of listening to podcasts. Is there's been some that I've kind of rotated out because I'm like, so-and-so does this better, like.
Yeah.
So. I
mean, I think I'm more like, well, how many times can I hear about your DMT experience or. Yeah. I just, it's like, it's a lot of wash, rinse, repeat with his podcast sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of, and I know people love it and whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's just like I said when I ditched Kevin Smith's podcast, remember? Because I was like, he gets high on like Smodcast, and I can't stand him when he's high. I don't think he's as funny. He giggles all the time. It's just annoying to me. But I get why people still love it, and that's fine. There's plenty of, no big deal. I'll just listen to something else,
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I think I might actually delete it, or maybe I'll just see who his guests are, because there's certain times I'll be like, I kind of want to listen to this person.
I do that on a lot of,
or something like that.
Yeah, I do that on a lot of the interview ones. Now that's what I've done with Marin for a long time. Is, I like his show and everything, but I just kind of pick and choose now, which, you never know what you miss on those, because it's kind of like Tim Ferriss. I haven't listened to Tim Ferriss in a while, and I still have downloaded quite a few, but I haven't really been listening, and I'm kind of at a point where I don't really feel like I'm missing it, like I thought I would, because I'm finding other stuff that I'm enjoying.
Right.
But but I still was doing that kind of a thing to where I was just looking to see what the topic and who he had on, and it was like, oh, this looks interesting or whatever, because I just kind of hit a point where I'm like, kind of the same thing. I'm like, a lot of these talks are similar, and there's always like one or two things in every one of his episodes to where it's kind of like aha moments, but it's like,
there's a couple of nuggets of information.
Do I want to listen for 2 hours to try to find those things, it's like,
do you need to set aside 2 hours of your life for one 5-second sentence?
Right. And like I said, I like it. If I listen to it, it's still a good podcast. I a lot of the people he gets are, they're different gets, at least. He doesn't always have the same people on his shows that everybody else has on, that kind of thing. So it is nice to at least hear fresh voices. That it's not like, oh, this is my comedian friend, and you're like, oh man, this dude's been on everything, like he's funny, but enough.
Yeah, like I've heard him like 8,000 times already.
Yeah. Or so-and-so that's pushing a book or whatever it is, so.
Yeah, exactly,
I get it.
Right.
I get it. I think we all go through that, though, because after a while, like the same voice. I even have done that off and on with, what's his name, that does Hardcore History.
Oh, Dan Carlin.
Even though I
Hardcore History.
Yeah, even though I love his show and stuff, I get to a point every once in a while where I'm like, I'm just not feeling listening to, 25 hours on this topic, even though it's something I'll be interested in. Like, I'll get to it eventually, but I'll kind of move it down the list a little bit,
Right.
So, yeah, it's understandable. Plus, there's new podcasts coming out all the damn time. And I keep hearing different ones going, ooh, that sounds interesting. And it's like, damn it.
Yeah. How much time do you have though? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And now with the quarantine, less podcasts feel like they're going on, hiatus, cause a lot of them would do like their season and then they're gone for a while. I've been listening to, I was a few episodes behind on Conan O'Brien's podcast. And just when I think I'm at the end of the season and I'm like, okay, I can move on to whatever else, then they start doing these short, like, oh, hey, here's some summer fun episodes, and they're entertaining. So I listen to all of them,
Right.
It's like, damn it, I'm trying to, usually when podcasts get to that, oh, yeah, we're going to take the rest of the summer off or blah, blah, blah. I'm kind of like, cool, I can catch up on something else now.
Like, praise Jesus.
Yeah, and now it's like, damn it.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah. I know, again, first world problems, right? I can't listen to my podcast.
Yeah, I want to listen to celebrities and comedians. And friends.
Yeah.
I don't want to say, our friends aren't also involved in the podcast.
Right.
This is great. I just had to throw a kitchen towel on my keyboard because it's starting to, like, sprinkle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. This is what happens when you rough it in the great outdoors, Brian.
Yeah. This is
where you're bringing our audience podcast humor from the wilds of America.
Yeah, the wilds.
Yeah.
Your backyard.
Yeah. You hear all the birds and bugs and the...
Oh, yeah. I mean, Tony's totally out on a safari.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, there's a giraffe.
Over here.
I see a giraffe behind you.
Yes, totally a giraffe.
Yeah, not a tree at all.
No, I'm going to throw it in a figure 4 leg lock.
That would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
I would watch that. Really quick.
Would you watch professional wrestlers versus animals?
Yeah. I think everybody would, right? I mean, obviously there's a chance someone's going to die.
Oh, I mean, for sure.
That's terrifying. But yeah, I would watch it just for the pure sport of it. I mean, tell me you wouldn't want to watch a Brock Lesnar versus a lion.
Oh, well, I mean, my money's on Brock Lesnar.
It might be. I don't know. He's a freak, but
he is a freak.
See what I mean?
The lion might get in the cage, just turn around and leave.
Yeah. Like, who is this guy? Yeah,
I've never seen that type of, gorilla before.
Right. And if he survives,
he's definitely the Minnesotan gorilla.
Yeah, and if he survives in a few weeks, he takes on a brown bear or a grizzly or something.
I would love to see somebody powerbomb a bear. That would just through a table even.
Yeah, I somehow don't think the show's going to happen unless it's all CG.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. It'd be
one of those bighorn mountain goats, and someone just choke slams it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. This week on Wrestlers versus the Wild.
Yeah, exactly. Wrestlers versus the Wild.
Big Show takes on a bighorn goat.
Yeah, my money's probably on Big Show.
I don't know. He's kind of long in the tooth.
True, but I mean,
Yeah.
Those goats aren't that big.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I guess it gets him in the knee just right.
Right?
Takes out that old crippled knee.
Now, what if he pulls out the old Rey Mysterio stretcher and no?
I mean, that would be amazing.
Anyway, no. It would be kind of fun to see it. Like if there was a way for it to where it wouldn't be, cruel to the animals or potentially deadly.
I think no matter what, it's going to be cruel to the animals.
Oh, it totally would be. Yeah, that's why I said if there was some way to do it otherwise,
Yeah.
It would be an interesting watch to see, all right, let's watch this guy wrestle a lion. Let's see what happens, Like,
how not Ford as PETA would be?
Oh, dude. Or half the world? Like, what the fuck are you doing? This week, Stone Cold takes on a giraffe.
Yeah. Don't you want to see him, kick and then jump all the way up and deliver the stunner to its tiny little stupid giraffe head?
Yeah, except it doesn't hurt it because their necks are so thick and muscular.
That's true.
It's like, that's all you got, and it's like, oh, shit, he kicked out!
When the giraffe starts stomping the old mud hole.
Oh, yeah, that would be brutal, too, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Wrestlers versus the Wild. I'm in for this. See, Brian, see how many programs we've come up with already on this episode of Salty Language?
Yeah. 2 top quality programs for sure.
No.
3?
We've come with more than 2.
Oh,
we had 3 different ones
true.
based off of stupid.
That's true. You're right. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh man. Speaking of wrestling, they for anybody who's heard me talk about the Dark Side of the Ring documentary series.
Oh yeah.
The first season of that is on Hulu now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for anybody who has Hulu and wants to watch. So
I'll have to check those out because I
haven't seen
I'm not
all
really
of them
into wrestling anymore, but those Dark Side of the Ring things are pretty interesting.
Well, that's the cool part is you don't have to be because most of them are honestly about older topics.
Yeah, exactly. Older wrestling that I'm, that I jive to.
Right. So there's some of it that's even before our fandom of it. So, but still the stories in them are so, they're interesting because they're, the one is, or was it a couple of them are just stories of how someone died, Bruiser Brody, got murdered. So it was,
in the ring?
No.
So he should have kicked out?
No. You don't kick out on death, dude. Sorry. Once in a while. They protect his finisher pretty good.
Yeah. Death's a lot in 0.
Yeah, it's his record's pretty good. There might be some no contests in there, but but usually he figures out a way to win.
I love the image of Death opening up his robe. He's got remember the Stone Cold Championship belt, the skull on it.
Yeah, the smoking skull. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty good. It's
pretty good.
It's tough.
Yeah. All right. So what? Here's the question. What's Death's finishing move?
Well, I feel like it needs to be something do you remember when Hollywood Hogan took on Kevin Nash when Nash was the champion, and it was right after the NWO or whatever, when Hogan just tapped Nash and Nash just flopped to the ground?
Right.
That's honestly, I figured that's pretty much Death's finisher. It's kind of like it can just come out of nowhere. If he hits you just right, though, it's over. That's it.
It's like a nerve punch, kind of.
Yeah, like
Crush's heart punch.
Yeah, you got to maneuver and protect yourself so that he can't get a clean shot on you. Because if he does, it's over.
Right.
Like basically, he's weak as hell otherwise. But then, much like the RKO, all he's got to do is hit you with one. It's over.
Nail in it. Remember I told you my dog's dumb and a teenager?
Yeah.
She just picked up a chunk of wood with this big fucking nail in it.
Sure, why wouldn't you? I mean, she's listening to what we're talking about. She's in, She's like, let's see that sumbitch come after me.
Yeah, exactly. I got you, Death.
Yeah.
I got my block of a nail in it.
Right. Dad's like, oh shit.
like shit, is that an American Pit Bull Terrier with a block of wood with a nail in it?
Yep.
It's over.
Yeah. Like, oh shit, I didn't know it was an Extreme Rules match.
Oh, and she's got that lazy eye that looks into the spirit
right,
world.
Yeah, oh shit.
She can see me.
Yeah, that's actually Death's finisher or setup to the finisher is he just goes invisible.
It just goes into the spirit realm.
You're like, where the Then you just get your tongue sticks out and you have X's over your eyes.
Yeah, classic Death maneuver.
Right. Like, oh, it's got to be Death. Oh man, that'd be a great. That'd be a great. I don't know, like a Mortal Kombat villain or something. Like the final boss is just Death.
Death.
Like fuck.
Well, I mean, Bill and Ted took him on.
Yeah.
Just saying.
True.
Yeah. You know what? Since we're on the subject of death, can I tell you about the grossest thing in my backyard?
I don't know if I like where this is going. Yeah.
All right. So, we've got 2 dogs.
Yeah.
One is basically, a spirit realm watching moron.
Yeah.
The other one's a deer.
Right.
But they both drop just meatloafs.
Right. Right.
And it's ridiculous. Like you go clean the yard and you go out there in 5 minutes and there's like 83 shit piles.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense.
Right.
So with it being so hot and stuff, the fly problem's been a little much.
Yeah, I would think. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I put some, if anyone follows me on Instagram, they saw part of the beginning of this epic story, not epic, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The beginning of the story on Instagram where it was either T's sister or T's mom put a post up that was like, hey, I've had a housefly problem. I bought this, fly trap bag at Home Depot. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool. I'm like, that's what I'm going to do.
Right.
I'm gonna put it over by the garbage can. I'm gonna catch these fools.
Yeah.
So I go to Home Depot and they got they had the bag ones that she was talking about.
Yeah.
But they also had one that's like a jar. It's you can reuse it.
A jar of flies, you say?
Yeah. I mean,
good album.
Oh, Brian, that's what I'm totally gonna do with my Instagram story now. I'm putting Jar of Flies song on there.
Nice.
That's excellent work, Brian. Because I was going to put this actually on our Salty Language story so people can see what I'm talking about when I'm done.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow when the episode's up or whatever.
Yeah.
So I bought this jar. You can reuse, you buy the compound. It's like this powder. You fill it up to the line of water. You screw the top on. It's got a funnel. Flies are stupid. They go in and then they're like, oh, how did I get in here?
Yeah.
Guess I'll die.
Yeah.
Right. So I put this jar over there and because everything I read online is also said once one fly goes and checks it out, other flies see that and they're like, dude, there must be a party in there. Let's go.
Right.
And let me tell you, there's a party in there.
Oh my. Wow.
Because it was like the flies were like, bang, bang, it was getting kind of nutty.
Right.
And it was like, I think it was the next day I went and checked. And there was a good inch layer of fly corpses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
And they're still over there going nuts. Like I just put through a couple, it's like some recycling because I have it sitting on my top race, my recycling bin.
Yeah.
It's probably 3.5 to 4 inches of corpses in there now.
Holy shit.
It is fucking vile.
Dude, do you realize there are exterminators who probably killed less flies than you have in your lifetime?
Yeah, right?
After that massacre we were involved in our youth. And
yeah, I actually was talking about the summer of the fly when I put that trap up. When you and I took our suction cup guns and had magazines reinforced with duct tape and went full blown Punisher.
God. It was terrible. There were so many flies.
I know.
Yeah. It literally was like the not the bees, scene, but flies.
But flies, yeah. But I mean, I'll be honest. It works. I'm sitting over here now, and I don't have them landing on me like they were before.
Wow. All right. Well.
I'm a supporter of, the fly death pit over there.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't believe how, I'll put it up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Salty Language on Instagram. It'll be there on the story.
Make sure you put a warning up, just in case.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, just so if anyone's weird about that,
It's lunacy. How many flies are in there?
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great contest thing, though, right? Like, whoever gets closest to the number of flies, right? No.
Yeah, who's counting that shit? Not me.
Not me. You're like, the number's 1.
Yeah, exactly. It's so gross.
Yeah.
But funny because it's like, this thing's reusable. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably just throwing the whole thing out.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna rinse that? What
it's
sort
like
of goddamn savage is gonna rinse that out?
This reminds me of the talk that Jim Jeffries had on his I think it was on his latest podcast, where he talks about how useless fleshlights are because they're hard to clean. I think he basically says the same thing. It's like they're only good for one use.
Was he like a fire and forget kind of guy?
Yeah, basically. So yeah, that sounds pretty awful. Man.
Yeah, it is gross.
Yeah. All right then. Well, good times there. Hooray.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But I mean, I gotta say, I'm out here because it's letting me enjoy my patio now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because it is annoying otherwise. Yeah.
Yeah, and we actually have like legit patio furniture now.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Right. And I borrowed my stepdad's power washer.
Yeah.
And I power washed the concrete and the fence.
Yeah.
And I didn't know the concrete was this bright.
Yeah, I saw your video of that as you were power washing it. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how dirty it was. And I did the fence, and I was like, wow, it looks like new fencing. And
well, what was amazing is when I was over there, it didn't look dirty. Like, you could tell it was concrete, but it didn't look like filthy, But,
yeah, that's what I thought about it, is I was like, and there is some stains that I never got up. But that's what I was... In my brain, I'm like, I'm going to get these stains up.
Yeah.
I didn't, and then I hit it with the first blast and power washer. I'm like, oh, this is just fucking filthy.
Like, this hasn't been cleaned in a long time.
Yeah, so I just did the whole thing except under the wood pile. So once we're throwing all that wood, it's going to be just like rectangle of green and brown.
Delicious. Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Right. Yeah.
Borrow the power washer again, I guess.
Maybe. Yeah. Roll around in it first, though.
I'm sure the neighbors hated me, though, because that thing is so loud.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Because it was gas-fired, so it's like...
Right.
At least I waited to the middle of the day to do it.
Yeah. I should have just bright and early, about 4 or 5 in the morning started.
Yeah, like right at crack of dawn, I'd get my cup of coffee, fire the power washer.
Right, just standing out there in your boxers.
Yeah. Hey, neighbor. Yeah, robe just wide open.
Right. Be like, what's his name, Cousin Eddie, when he's emptying the shitter in Christmas Vacation.
Exactly, yep.
Got a cigar in your mouth, weird hat on.
Weird hat. I got plenty of weird hats.
What's up,
my futuristic Amazon sunglasses.
Right, but not your vacation hat.
Oh, yeah, not my vacation hat, because that's unfortunate at my mom's. Sad face.
Yeah.
Yeah, cue Hulk music.
Perfect.
Yeah, we all know how that goes.
Yeah.
Also, on my vacation, I made myself up a nice batch of ribs, my dude.
Yeah, they looked pretty strong. Here's the worst part for me. Was you did that, and then one of my longtime online friends, he did the same thing, And so I'm just, as I'm looking at Instagram, I'm seeing your pictures, his pictures, and I'm like, all right, this ain't fair, like.
Yeah, you're like, this ain't even right.
No, it's like, come on now, what's going on here?
It was, I mean, that was an all-day affair for those ribs, but they were delicious.
Yeah, they looked pretty good. That and the corn. I don't know how the corn turned out, but it looked good.
It was good. It was good. And that was the weird thing is when I went to the store to get a couple odds and ends, like, I realized I'm like, shit, I don't have any barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I bought Rufus Teague barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
For 2 reasons.
Yeah.
One, it looks like an old-timey whiskey bottle. Like, even the bottle's curved to fit on your hip, kind of.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, wow, I kind of dig the packaging here. And I looked on the back, it just said directions, eat on meat. And I'm like, I'm buying this.
I mean, that's all you need, right? Sauce. Keep it simple, right?
Keep it simple.
Boom.
Yeah, KISS, right?
Yep. So you just poured the rest of it in your flask, I assume.
Oh, well, hell yeah.
Yeah.
A little scotch, little barbecue,
right?
Shake it up.
Who doesn't want a little nip of barbecue scotch every once in a while?
A little sauce shaker.
Yeah, for sure.
Now we're going to have to try that just because.
Listen, I'm down. That sounds delicious. I don't know.
All right, I think some bourbon, some barbecue sauce.
Well, I've seen.
Shaken up.
I've seen and tried different, bourbon barbecue sauces. So.
No, but I'm talking mixed together as a beverage.
Oh, as a beverage. Yeah, that's a different story. I don't know how that's going to work.
Some sort of barbecue sauce cocktail.
Yeah.
Because I've been watching this, I'm all over the place. I apologize.
Yeah.
I've been watching this YouTube channel that Dev turned us on to.
Oh, yeah.
In our Twitter group there.
Right, because he sent it to us because, what was it, a while ago, what was it, Beef Fizz or whatever, I think is what they were called, wasn't it?
Beef Fizz. Yeah, Beef Fizz.
I think, he brought it up to us, wasn't it, back then?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, either that or that was Bev. That was either that or that was Dev's, like high school football nickname, Beef Fizz.
I don't know, man. Beef Fizz sounds like, if you're referring to a person, if you're like, yo, I got a case of the Beef Fizz, that sounds bad.
That sounds really.
That sounds like.
Oh, you should see a doctor.
You really need to get that infection cleared up.
You should brave COVID and go into the hospital and get that beef fizz checked out.
If you're beef fizzing.
beef fizzing.
You best see a physician.
That's going to be the name of my roast beef and seltzer truck. My beef fizzing.
Beef fizzing, yeah.
All we do is sell roast beef and White Claws.
Sure. Dude, you'd probably make a killing with that.
Probably.
Anyway, back to the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, so I've been watching this YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's called How to Drink.
Yeah.
And it just makes me want to make cocktails now.
Right.
Because that's all the guy does, and it's an entertaining program, and I like enjoying a nice alcoholic beverage every now and then.
Uh-huh.
But so he did this one. He was just doing variations of White Russians, because of Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
And he's got this one that I gotta make this cocktail. I have everything to make it. I just haven't made it yet.
Mm.
It's called a Naughty Dog.
Okay.
And it's basically, from what he says, it tastes exactly like a root beer float.
Really?
Yeah. So I gotta make this.
Well, what's in it?
God, now I'm trying.
It doesn't
to
have to be everything, but just the main.
It was Kahlua, I believe, rum, root beer, and then you float heavy cream on it, and then you garnish it with nutmeg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or something like that.
Interesting.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
All right.
So I'm like, I have all these ingredients. I got to try this, and all week on my vacation, I'm like, I'm making that cocktail. Okay? And I have this case right here full of cigars that my lovely brother-in-law gave me.
Yeah.
And all week, I'm like, I'm going to have cocktails and cigars. I haven't had any of them. I haven't done it. I was going to have a cigar tonight, but I'm like,
Yeah.
because I'm like, I'm kind of hot, and I don't want to go to work smelling like a cigar. Not that that's a bad thing.
Yeah, you do.
It's better than the Axe body spray half the people I work with spraying themselves.
Probably right before they walk in.
Yeah, a lot of people just do it right in the locker. It's like, why does it smell like a frat house in here all of a sudden?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the rib, yeah, cause I'm all over the place. The ribs are incredible. I haven't made ribs it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Makes me sad. I don't make them basically at least once a month. I
Oh,
should
yeah.
probably make them.
Yeah.
Brian, you should come over and have ribs.
All right. On my way.
Not now. I do have some leftovers.
Too late.
Not now.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, my Uber's here.
Yep. It's a little old lady driving an Audi, and she's drunk on margs.
Her name is Uber.
Yeah. What a weird name.
Yeah. That is a weird name. No, but I'll put a link up to that episode because there was a couple variations of the White Russian, but that one was the one I wanted to try.
Sure.
Yeah. Faux show.
It's interesting.
Yeah, right?
Because, obviously I've had like a lot of people, we've had the, where they literally just put like ice cream in a stout,
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, look, it's root beer float. And it's like, no, it isn't though, because it tastes like a stout with ice cream. It doesn't taste like a root beer float. It tastes like a stout float.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had a Guinness float and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a root beer float.
No.
The best boozy like dessert I ever had like that it doesn't exist anymore. It was Toledo, was it like Burger Bar 419?
Yeah, yeah.
And they had that one bourbon milkshake.
Oh, with like the Captain Crunch in it?
No, well, yeah, that one had a bourbon bacon one too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. When I got it, I got the crunch berries. I think I
forgot about the crunch berry one.
Yeah, it was a crunch berry shake with bourbon, and it was fantastic.
And, yeah, it's like those were some delicious desserts.
Yeah.
To the point, like I was actually talking about those with somebody I work with. And I was like, God damn, I just gotta, like, because the restaurant's not open anymore. I'm like, I gotta just find the recipe for those.
I'm sure you can,
because
I know
reenact them.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I know other places have done them too. It's not like it was just theirs, but yeah, that was where I first had it.
Yeah.
And then was like, oh, hey, this is actually an idea I never really thought about until then.
Yeah. Bourbon and ice cream, yes, please.
Yeah, right. And crunch berries.
I mean, like right now, I'm enjoying a delicious dram of monkey shoulder scotch.
Yeah, it looks like a monkey shoulder.
It's got such a like peanutty taste. I bet you it'd be good with some vanilla ice cream.
It very well could be.
Yeah.
Could you reduce it down into a syrup and put it over the ice cream?
Yeah, or just jam a scoop of ice cream in my mouth and then a shot of scotch and swish it around and hope for the best.
That's the way you do everything in life. Jam it in your mouth and swish some scotch around and wish for the best.
Hope for the best. I'm like I said, I'm just looking at my notes, so I'm all over the place.
Yeah. I don't really have like stories as much this week. I just have stuff. So.
All right. Well, I got a couple more things to bring up, and then we can get to the stuff. I got a couple stuff things too.
All right.
So I'm out driving around the other day, and those beautiful paycheck advance places we have in town?
Yeah.
Yeah, which, I unfortunately in my past, I was part of that world for a while.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, those things
That's
are
like
nightmares.
trying to get out of gravitational pull of a giant planet.
Totally. Yeah, and they're obviously they're built for that. I know they've regulated them over the last 10 years. They've regulated them heavily in Ohio so that you can't get into as deep of a hole, but you can still get into a deep hole, I would assume.
Well, their latest, this is what caught my eye, because the banner hanging off the front of their stupid business was like, need cash, no credit, no job, no problem.
Oh my. They're taking sperm donation now.
I don't know what they're doing, but I'm sure it's not super legal.
I saw one of them that had a pawn shop sign up next also.
Yeah, actually, back in back in the dark ages, I'll call it. The one I went to had the pawn shop. So I'd go in there to like get my stupid like money that I needed to pay them back, then to get more money because I was in this vicious cycle of death.
Yeah.
And there'd be people in there pawning shit or like, oh look, I could buy this TV for like $30, and
Yeah. Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Just weird.
I hadn't seen one.
Weird.
I hadn't seen one that was a combo. So it's probably been the last few months, but yeah, one of the ones that's not that far from here, put up the pawn sign and was kind of like, need cash quick. And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. It's just,
Yeah.
just, I mean, I understand that, it's a business and whatever, but it's a
Yeah.
business that makes me sick.
Yeah. And I get it.
I feel like it's taking advantage of people that like need help.
Oh,
Although
it
I know a
totally
lot of
is.
people, I'm
Yeah.
sure, are like, oh shit, I could score some quick cash and, go get fucking drunk or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of that too, but
Right.
still.
But like you said, what happened with most people is you're like, oh shit, whatever happened, I'm a little short, I have this bill to pay, I'll just borrow this, and then next time you're like, oh well, now I got to pay them like whatever the percentage or whatever of your check is, and you're like, oh shit, that's going to make me short this month. Well, now I got to borrow again, and you like you said,
That's
you just
exact-
literally can't get out of it. So
I mean, that's what happened. Like back in the day, it was one of those things where we were paying bills and our bank cashed our checks in a weird order.
oh, that's right, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then suddenly you're like, oh, let me pull up the bank account. Oh my God, we're hundreds of dollars in debt for what? And then you're like, oh, and that's what put us in that vicious cycle of death.
Yeah, it's
Because
ridiculous.
it's like, what do you need money now?
You really do, because it,
Yeah.
because it's going to get, it'll get worse because they'll charge you like, because again, I think that was before they changed the law on how many times they could charge you too.
Yeah, it was like every day. It was like, oh, here's another $60 on top of it or whatever.
Yeah, and you're like, how the hell am I supposed to pay this off?
Yeah. And I don't know, in hindsight, because, back then, it's very much Pulp Fiction. I was full of pride. I know I could have probably went to my parents, but like, hey, yeah, I need this because I'm in this situation because banks suck dick.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they would have been like, here you go, just hit us back,
Yeah, as you can. Right.
But because me, I'm like, oh, fucking, I got this, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lesson to everybody. Accept
Yes.
help if you can get it, people.
Totally. Well, and especially in that situation, right? Like your options at that point are go ask your parents or go to a place that's going to charge you and basically mire you in quicksand. And it's like, well, that seems like a fine idea. You know?
Like, oh, wait, you're going to let me borrow this money that I have to pay you back with an additional, like, $70?
Right.
This is bad economics.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to keep borrowing this for months until I finally figure out a way out of this.
Yeah, before I can finally set aside enough to get out of it fully.
Right. Like this, okay. That sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I've been there too,
like,
man.
You ever been squeezed to death by an anaconda? That's what that feels like.
Yeah, right. That's why I said I haven't done those, but I've definitely, like my dad always told me with the, because I used to, like you'd have money for one thing set aside and you're like, well, I'll just take it from that and I'll put it back when I get paid again. My dad always was talking about, like when you rob Peter to pay Paul, you end up with is a sore Peter, so, and I was like, yep. Yeah. So.
Yeah. It's, I couldn't believe that sign when I saw it.
Yeah. I understand the necessity to some extent for those, but I also wish they would just go away,
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're right. They are predatory lending. I mean, there's no question,
Oh, God, it's so predatory.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Whoever came up with the idea, brilliant. But also a piece of shit.
Yeah, super piece of shit.
Well, it's like, have you seen, there's an app, forgot what it's called now, Dave or something like that?
You said it's called Dave?
Yeah. And in the commercial, well, in this commercial I've seen for it, they're like, hey, it's like, Dave can just advance you like $50 or $75. And they're like, no interest. And I'm like, well, that means there's just a flat fee then. I mean, that's, fine, but whatever. But I'm like, it's the same idea. It's just not as much, know? So don't get me wrong. There are a lot of times, when you get to the end of the month and you're, long on debt but short on check, or however the hell you got more month than money or something like. There's all these different phrasings for it. So, we've all been there to where you're like, shit, I don't get paid for like another 5 days, and I need gas or food or whatever.
Yeah.
Coke. Yeah, some Coors. Yeah, I mean, you can only get $75. So going back to the earlier conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you got to get a chewed hoe,
Gotta get that old manager special hoe.
Right. But yeah, I saw that, and I'm just kind of the same thing to where I'm like, Like, all right, I guess, but now I'm also going to have to give them bank information and like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not a fan of that stuff. Like, I am a fan of like the peer-to-peer lending. Yes. I think that's pretty cool.
I do too. Where it's like, hey, I need like $10 or something.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because there was after everything happened in my life and sold the house, I had a little extra money. I was reading about the peer-to-peer things. I read a lot of articles about how people are investing in it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? And I took a couple $100 and I threw it in there, and I you get to pick what investments you want to go, and you get to read like what they're doing with the money. And I'm like, I'm going to put a couple investments in, and I've made money off of it.
Right.
And I'm not mad at it because I feel like I'm helping people too.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah.
But I mean, but I would never want to be like, oh yeah, I'll loan you this like $100, but you got 2 weeks to pay me back. Oh, and you're going to pay me back 160.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That just seems so wrong.
I know. Yeah, sure, buddy. I got you. It's like it really goes back to like the loan sharking days, with like the mob.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, no worries, buddy. We got you here. You need $200? Tell you what, take 3 just in case.
Yeah, we'll give you $300 just to cover your everydays.
You have 2 weeks, or we're taking your firstborn. Like what?
Yeah, 2 weeks. You owe me $325, and 2 weeks roll around. Like, hey, you don't have the money? All right, now it's $425.
Yeah, we're coming back tomorrow. It'll be $525 or one of your knees.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just that's kind of what it feels like.
Yeah, so understandable.
Yeah, I always hated being. That cycle was brutal. I remember I'd get my paycheck and I'd look at it, and I'd be like, all right, well, now I got to go down there and give them all this money.
Yep. Exactly.
And then fill out paperwork to get all that money back because I need that money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like,
that was the worst cycle to be part of. I always, I'd go in there and I'd see the people in there, and I know that's what they need to do. And some people were taking out ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah. Back when you could, like I said, they've legislated it since where there's limits now. I think you can only do it so many times and only so much money now.
I mean, there was one time I was in there. This guy took out thousands.
Oh my goodness!
It's like, gee, and the way he's talking to the people working there, I'm like, this dude's here every 2 weeks.
Well, do you remember when we had the shop? Remember we used to go to that one Cash Express or kind of place? Remember to get money orders? And there were times when we'd go in there and people would walk in and they'd be like, oh, hey, so-and-so. And they're there for a loan kind of a thing. And I'm like, oh my goodness, they should not know your first name. Like that seems bad.
Dude, that's what I'm getting at. Is because there was one day I went in there to like pay my shit back, and I'm like, hey, I just need to pay back and they're like, oh yeah, I got your file right here, and I'm like, they know who I am. Yeah. So I walked out and I got home and I'm like, we need to end this fucking thing because I feel like a piece of shit every time I go in there.
Right, and like you said, now they know my name. That's not exactly. A business.
When I walk in, they're like, oh hey, it's like if it's a bar, I'm cool with
sure,
it.
Yeah. Even
if I walk in and someone pours me the fresh IPA, I'm down.
Right?
If I walk into a money lending place and you got my folder ready to go.
No shit, right? They're like, hey, they're like, here's your folder, blah, blah, blah. Hey, how the kids doing? You're like, I never told you I had kids. Like, I don't worry about the internet did. So anyway, how you been?
Yeah, exactly. It's just, oh God, fuck those places.
Like, it's right here. They hold it up. It just says permanent file on it, or permanent record,
It's just photos taken from a car of my kids at the bus stop or something.
Yeah, right?
Like what the fuck?
Like, no worries. We're just saying maybe you were a little late on the last one. And, we
like to call it insurance.
Yeah, we're just letting you know we're watching your kids. It is what it is. I mean,
it is what it is.
But hey, it's just business,
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
God.
Anyway.
Goddamn animals.
Yep.
Yeah. But, I don't know. Well, I'm trying to light a little tiki torch here. Get a little tiki action over here.
I don't like it.
Fuck, all I need is a pineapple and
a hula skirt.
Maybe a coconut bra.
Yeah, I was gonna say a grass skirt or something. It'd be all set.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Certainly don't want a coconut banana hammock. That's not going to be comfortable.
No, that sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah. Even if it was sized appropriately, just the outside of the coconut in that area, it'd be scratchy and no fun. So
no fun.
Yeah.
And then I gave her the coconut milk. Oh
my goodness.
Cue Andrew Dice Clay from the soundboard.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I'm walking my dog the other day.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the sentiment these people had. But I look over, I just glance over because I think there's a dog yapping in their door or something stupid.
Yeah.
And I noticed that there's this little paper sign like hanging in the middle of their screen door on their front door.
Yeah.
And you could barely read it from the sidewalk. But I'm like, I got my squinty eyes going,
Right.
Because for some reason that makes things look finer. I don't understand.
Zooming in. It works though, because in art classes they teach you to do that, to squint when you're looking at when you're drawing figure drawing.
It's
so
like zoom enhance.
It is for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah. But so I'm doing the squinty eye. I'm sure if they're looking out, they're probably like, what the fuck is wrong with
Who's this
guy?
creep? Yeah.
Yeah, like squinting into our house.
It wouldn't have been so bad, but you were right up against the door.
Yeah, they got my face print. They got my forehead grease under glass. But they have this sign, and it's like I said, I totally understand the sentiment.
Yeah.
But it was handwritten in, like standard issue Sharpie, not the fat one, not the thin one.
Yeah.
Regular Sharpie.
Okay.
And it was just handwritten and said, we're all in this together. Black Lives Matter. Totally get it.
Yeah.
Unless you're squinting from the sidewalk, you're not reading that sign.
Yeah.
I assumed it was like, hey, put packages behind the fence or something.
Right. Or someone's sick in here, please wear a mask or something,
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just a generalized statement like, we're in this, we got you. I totally, I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But then I'm walking away thinking like, no one's reading that.
I've said that over the years too. You see a lot of garage sale signs like that where they're written in just plain Sharpie, not a thick one, but just the normal Sharpie on a white piece of poster board or something. And you'll just see them up and you're like, what the hell does that even say? You can't read it.
Yeah, they put it on street side. You're going by at 35.
Yeah.
All right.
You're I had no chance of reading that. It's come on, if you're going to make your own signs. First of all, they sell garage sale signs that are not expensive, No. But if you're going to make your own, use a fat tip marker. So
yeah, get that porn dick Sharpie.
For sure, yeah.
For sure.
It's about that girth. You gotta.
Yeah, it's all about that girth.
Because it's and don't do the other one is you see people. I've seen people do where they're making bubble font type ones. It's you can't, or cursive. And it's you can't read those. There's a reason businesses, if you go pay attention to your business logos, most of them are in block font for a reason.
Yeah.
Because they're easy to read, and you can reduce and enlarge the size without a lot of distortion in the logo. So
for sure.
Yeah.
Although if I ever open up a tugboat company, I'm calling it Tug Life, and it's going to be in Old English.
Please tell me you're going to get the guy who was Tugboat in WWE to get that tattooed on his tummy.
That would be amazing. Although I think if he gets that tattooed on his stomach, everyone's going to just think he loves beating off.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Whatever. You take the risk you take,
It's true. He takes his shirt off at the pool and everyone's just like, oh. Does that say Tug Life?
Yeah,
oh my
he's
God. No, but you're right. Anyone that hand draws a sign like that.
Yeah.
If you're not using that fat chisel tip,
you're not doing yourself any favors.
You're not doing yourself or the world any favors.
Yep. And that's the thing is no matter what color the sign is, it's hard to read because it's so thin. Our eyes don't have enough time to really focus on that. Even if you're doing the laser focus squint like you were doing,
But my favorite's when they're like, let's make a garage sale sign, honey. Okay. And then I'll go get the poster board. And it's the hottest pink poster board.
Yeah.
The one that burns your retinas.
Yeah.
And then the contrast between that and the Sharpie, you're like, I can't even look at this.
Again, though, it's not bad if you were using thick marker because it'll you'll be able to see that a little bit. But when you're using just a regular Sharpie, you literally, like you're saying, in order to focus on it, you have to like burn your eyes out to see it.
Yeah. You just drive by like because your eyes hurt so bad.
Yeah,
you
right.
Like a telephone pole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that on when some people do like memes and shit, or when they post just text on like Facebook or Instagram, and they'll do like a red background with like a white, font, and it's like, I am sitting there going, you can clearly tell this person has not taken.
They just think it looks cool.
Yeah, like
my whole Facebook storyline is gonna love this.
Yeah, it's like no, everyone's just gonna look at it and their face is just gonna melt.
Yeah, like I'm gonna pick this hot green background and then red letters. People are gonna love it.
It's like it's cool if you look at it and then you look away and close your, because the trick that it does to your eyes.
Oh, it's like Seinfeld looking at cleavage.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, glance and look
away.
Look
away, yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah. No, like I said, I totally get the sentiment and I appreciate it, but the execution that these people did, it's very poor.
Right. Also, like you said, putting it up on the door, it's like unless it's someone coming up to your door, you're not really hitting the market, like.
It's like, you got anything bigger than 8.5 by 11 right here? No? Okay, just hand me that ballpoint pen. We're gonna let the neighborhood know what's up. It's just so stupid.
It's so accurate, though.
Yeah, hand me the Scotch tape, honey. We're making a stand.
Yeah. Like, oh man. Like I used a Sharpie on it. It's be like, and just be like, like they got like the ultra fine point Sharpie.
Yeah, exactly.
Even right on it, you're like, what the fuck does that say?
Yeah, like I don't. What?
Yeah. Yeah. You got to put that on, like, a couple sticks out by the street or something,
Yeah, something. Right. Do anything.
Yeah. Right next to you.
Hello, friend lightning bug.
Hello.
Yeah, I have a lightning bro over here hanging out. Man.
Yeah, I see that. It's like hovering. Oh, no, it's on your hand now. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's hanging on my finger. Out there he goes.
Tony's the light bug, or the light bug. You're the light bug whisperer. Bug. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like a Disney princess, but for lightning bugs.
Coming to the ring, Tony.
And hornets.
Yeah. And hornets. Jeez. So, real quick, I watched over this past weekend, I watched Bellator had an event.
Oh, okay.
And it, it was free, so I was like, I'll watch this, And it's really weird because I don't know if you've ever watched Bellator or not, but when the guys come or the fighters come out, this thing is like all up in Tony's business right now.
He's up on my arm now.
Yeah, it was up in your face a second ago.
Yeah, he was going right at my fucking eyeball.
Right. So
probably saw the reflection of his ass in my glasses and was like, I must make the sex.
Yeah, probably, right? Like, how's it going?
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
But I saw you flash the same time I flashed.
Oh, I was thinking in butthead voice. Hey, baby.
Your ass lights up.
Dude, when are they going to make shorts that do that? They got them shoes that light up.
Oh my god, if they made lightning bug shorts.
Like when the women's is in the club and they shaking their booties, like dropping
Speaking
it low.
Of shaking the booties.
I wish everyone could have seen how excited you were about, just how animated you were about that.
Bro, you just got to hear this.
All right.
Yesterday, it was about this time of night, and we're like, like Michelle's like, hey, can we go out and ride in the Jeep? I'm like, yeah, that's cool. So we went for a little night ride.
Yeah.
And went out to the point.
You got in
Kit,
strange.
Right? Yeah, going local, always strange.
Yeah.
But I took like the weird way back. It came off Sylvania Avenue from like that area.
Okay.
Sylvania Avenue is kind of sketchy, and then it gets all right.
Certainly can be, yeah.
So in the weird, sketchy area, we're coming up Sylvania, doing our drive thing, listening to classic rock, being cool.
Yeah.
Right. I guess.
As all the kids do, yeah.
And I look on the right, and there's like this gathering of women. Some kind of bulky, some not.
Okay.
All wearing not enough clothing.
Just outside in a yard, or?
Just on the side of the street. And then I look to the left, and there's this woman in the middle of traffic twerking. Like in between, like, you know, she's got cars going on
Holy
each side
shit.
of her, like varsity blues kind of.
She's over here like, I'm dropping it like it's a green light.
Yeah. So if she had lightning bug shorts on, one, everyone would have seen her, so she would have been safe.
Yeah.
Two, maybe she could find a mate.
Right. Oh my God. Like,
It was the bizarrest shit ever.
See,
I've never seen that in real life.
Whenever shit like that happens, like, are you like me to where it's like you want to pull over and go get the story, right?
Yeah, like that's exactly it.
Like, what is going on
part
here?
of me wanted to high five her,
right?
You know,
Yeah.
I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't know what the women over here, because they were kind of like waving people in. Like, and it's like, it's a Sunday night. What is happening? Is there some sort of like awesome church service happening right now?
I mean, listen, if that's how you got to, you know, if the body of Christ compels you, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it twerks for Jesus.
Right. Say some kias and drop it down, you know?
Yeah, it was the most bizarre shit I've seen in a long time. Just right in the middle of the road. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean.
And as we got closer, I was like, was she like 50? I don't know.
Listen, I mean, if you can still drop it down at 50, I mean, more power to you. Dude, if I drop my shit down low, it's staying there, you know? Like, I'm going to need help.
just drops it and
yeah.
I've fallen and I can't get up. You're reaching for a life
Yeah,
alert.
right? Like, if I drop it down, my knee's going to be like, fuck you, and it's just going to give out. So, I mean...
Yeah, the knees like, oh, we dropping this?
Like,
all right.
I put a GIF in a room the other day. Somebody talked about twerking, and I thought there was one where it's like an old lady like hanging onto her walker, and she's trying to drop it low. It was quite funny. And I'm like I'm like, basically that would be me.
If you happen to find that again, you should send that to me.
All right.
I would like to see that.
I will. It was because I was looking for a terrible twerking video that wasn't a fail, but just a bad one. And I was like, there it is.
Yeah.
You know.
That sounds bad, but good.
But good, yeah. But wow. All right.
Wow.
Street twerking, huh?
Yeah, sorry. You said
no.
booty shaking and like
no,
it was like when in the movies when they have a flashback and zooms in their like their eye and all dilates, and I think that's what happened to me.
Right.
Yeah.
I just thought you got mesmerized by some ass shaking, you know.
I mean, I was.
Right.
I was. I brought it all back. It was like, it's like someone told me to go, vacation at the Laogai Lake or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Anywho, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I don't even know what we were talking about, but I'm happy. Well, we were talking about
lightning bug shorts.
Right. I'm telling you, right? Somebody has to have made those, right?
I mean,
they have to.
I'm Googling it right now.
All right, I was gonna say it's a lot of work.
I mean, it's not too much work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work if you can't spell.
It's also a lot of work if you don't want to do it.
Lightning bug shorts. Survey says. Oh, well, this is toddler clothing.
Well, depending on your size, that might be fine.
Apparently, it looks like it's mostly just shorts with images of lightning bugs.
Well, that's terrible. My idea is way better.
Yeah, your idea is so much better. Yeah, this is just, now I'm looking at children's fashion. I can't be doing this.
No, that's going to get you arrested. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The FBI is already probably listening.
Yeah.
Because they're fans.
Yeah, you'll catch a case for sure.
Yeah, right. Ugh.
Wow. All right.
Ooh. Yeah, so no, apparently they're not what we thought they were.
I'm disappointed because I was going to say if they're available, I wanted to get Dev a pair, but
a Dev would look sultry in it.
I know. That's why I wanted to get him a pair,
It's especially when he gets to the edge of something and then his wings perch out and his ass lights up and he floats off in the atmosphere.
Dev, because I know you're listening, I'm going to need you to get Jay Fosgett to draw you as a lightning bug now.
As a lightning bug. Yes, that'd be amazing.
All you got to do is get one of them highlighter, like those yellow highlighters and just color the ass. The rest of it can be black and white, but that needs to stand out.
He
sultry
definitely
as
needs
fuck.
To be a lightning bug.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing him with because he's just the little wings, like you wear, like they have for women's
comically
costumes.
Small
wings. Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
His ass lights up with the caption of "I see your ass lights up too" or something.
Exactly. I noticed her ass is lit up in synchronicity.
It must be love.
Yeah.
Oh, let's slow down on that.
Oh, okay. Fine. No Journey.
No.
Dude, I told you, no Journey psychotic.
Speaking of...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, actually. Right on topic. Tomorrow...
As usual.
Tomorrow, which is Tuesday, for anyone who doesn't know, or care. I'm breaking the wall of, how you keep things evergreen by not actually mentioning, what day or anything. But anyway.
Like we pay attention to rules here, Salty Language.
I'm going to be hop, skip, and jumping in back onto the Moving the Needle podcast. And we're going to be talking about basketball and dodgeball.
I mean, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
There's some excellent movies right there.
Yeah. So I got to watch dodgeball tonight. And probably basketball too, even though I probably don't really need to watch it as far as remembering.
But it's not a need thing that you should watch it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So
yeah,
as far as memory goes, I can still remember probably most of the movie.
Right.
I've only seen it about 1,000 times. But like you said,
we should have had some sort of movie marathon or something.
Yeah, right.
I've seriously been looking at projectors because I've been thinking about like a backyard movie if it could be dope.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm getting side eye right now.
Right. Bend over and say A12 on Tony's garage this Friday.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Who wouldn't love that? Yeah.
Dukes of Anal 3.
Oh my. I can't decide if that's a hetero or not gay movie.
I'm assuming it's hetero because
porn movie.
It was that Family Video.
Okay.
About, if it was a lesbian movie, you're all on, but if it's dick on dick, it's out.
Yeah, they certainly wouldn't have had it. Yeah.
Oh God, no.
They were certainly not okay with that.
Yeah, they're all about mashing clams.
Yeah.
But,
I did. Did you ever have anybody ask you about that? I had one person in the years I worked there. One person asked me if we carried any gay porn.
No, I've never had anyone.
No,
ask
all right. And it was a guy. I was like, no. I was like, we have woman on woman, but that's unless there's like man on, unless there's the devil's threesome,
right?
Then no, there's no like potential man on man. I think in most of them.
It's like, but sir, judging by your outfit, I'm assuming that's not what you're into.
Well, I told him, I said, feel free to call the regional manager. His number is right there, and complain. I said, because they deliberately don't get, man-on-man stuff here.
Because they were very, fundamental, right-wing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's, but I was like, because I didn't give a shit, I didn't care what we carried as long as it wasn't anything illegal,
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't want to, I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to see like pandas banging women or something.
Maybe.
I mean, pandas won't even fuck pandas.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that actually might be a cool movie to see.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Panda on panda fucking?
I mean, yeah, that too.
Yes.
I mean, I don't like bamboo. Just jam a shoot in there, Karen.
Yeah. Oh my. Yikes.
Thank you.
But yeah, that was the only. Now I will say, when I worked at Hollywood, not Hollywood Video. I'm sorry. When I worked at what was it called, Video Watch.
I forgot you worked there.
Yeah, remember I worked at Video Watch, which was the only store, the only one location in all of Hollywood Video's chain at that time that had porn.
Right.
Because Hollywood Video proper didn't carry porn. They had like, Skinemax or Showtime kind of porn, but not real porn.
That doesn't count.
Nah, there was no real penetration in most of their stuff.
Exactly. Just penetrating my feelings.
Yeah, right. They always rented out to the 13-year-old boys,
Oh yeah.
But yeah, dude, they had all sorts of weird shit there though. So I was like, alrighty. When I started working there, just seeing some stuff.
If you're going to have weird porn, you might as well do it right.
Right. And like I said, I'm like, I don't give a shit. I don't, doesn't bother me any. So whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, I'll let you know. The Moving the Needle episode won't be out for, like a week or two. So be a little bit of time.
Yeah. We'll, definitely promote the shit out of it on our platform.
Signal boost the shit out of it. Yeah.
I mean, when you got the man monster Henno over there, conductor of the Salty Language Orchestra.
Right. That's true. He did a fine job training those chimps how to playing music.
I know, right? Chimps and hobos.
And hobos. Yeah. The hobos, oddly enough, harder to teach.
Yeah, not very trainable.
Yeah, chimps were pretty good. Hobos, really pain in the ass trying to teach them like cello. So
yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah.
Like, I love cello. No, cello.
Cello.
Whip them.
Ninja Star.
Hit him with the cello bow or whatever.
Oh, I was just thinking the cello.
Or the cello.
Yeah. You're like, one more peep out of you and you're wrestling a bear next week.
Yes.
And the winner gets lunch.
Launched?
Lunch.
Oh.
Lunch would be fun, though, too, I think.
But, Lunch would be fun.
Yeah.
But as for things, I'm out of things, but I have stuff.
Okay.
We can discuss if you're into it.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to turn on my dark theme here. It's a little too too bright in my face.
I always have dark theme on because of, it helps prevent migraines for me.
You would think every time I turn it on, Chrome would be like, this dude wants us on.
Yeah.
But it always loads it in the light.
Oh, no, dude. It knows you like white.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
God damn it. So this is a Dateline, Conway, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this lady, it obviously starts off bad because this lady was a 37-year-old woman in Conway. She was a victim of rape earlier this year.
Okay, yeah.
Obviously, that's a problem.
Right, yeah.
I don't know if you've heard about how this lady got revenge. She's getting charged for this.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so she stalked her rapist and then assaulted him, broke into his property, restrained him with cable ties, right?
Yeah.
And then took a potato peeler and trimmed all the skin from his dick and balls.
Oh my God. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I can condone vigilantism, but but I understand, yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
Now, out of curiosity, does it say in there, like, were charges pressed and, like, nothing happened through the justice system? Or does it say that? I'm just curious, that's all. Either way, I like her moxie, but...
I'm a fan of moxie, too.
Yeah, criminy.
It does not say.
Jeez.
It does not say.
Man, well, I mean, that's...
I guess I just have the hot take on this.
Yeah, right. Story. No, that's fine. I was just curious just for the story part of it, But, geez, I'm crow. Listen,
I said, totally get it.
But realistically, for what the person did to her, I mean,
Right.
Fuck them. So, wow. I'll tell you, though, I mean, if more guys were afraid of this happening, there'd be a whole lot less of it.
I mean, that's accurate, right?
Yikes. Yeah. Because, I mean, I don't feel sorry for him, but I'm sure you're like most guys, like when you read that, you probably kind of almost crossed your legs a little bit, right? Like, ooh.
Oh, you know what? Not because I'm going for like a little more research here.
Yeah.
Guess what, Brian? This is a hoax story.
Oh, jeez.
God damn it.
You were had again.
Yeah, well, when you see stuff on Reddit or Imgur and you're like, ooh, I'm going to bookmark this for the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because of how weird the stuff in the world is, I've gotten to where I really try to vet this stuff more than I ever used to. It used to be I'd just look for like another website that had it, and then I'd be like, good enough. Now I've gotten to where I'm like, okay, I need to find a remotely legitimate website.
Right.
Like some local news or something, because it's, like I said, so many stories sound so weird now that they all blur.
What I don't understand is, I do understand, because people are doing it just for the clicks.
Yeah.
But it's like, so somebody's like just sitting in their kitchen, because they're not in an office.
Yeah.
Like, what can I write to get clicks? Oh, rape victim gets revenge of a potato peeler.
Yeah.
That's good, because it got me.
Yeah.
It clearly got whoever posted it on Imager.
Right. Yeah. I mean, listen, part of the reason it gets you is because it's plausible.
Super plausible.
I mean, listen, Lorena Bobbitt happened, so fuck, if somebody will just straight out cut it off, I could see somebody, filleting it,
Right.
Yikes.
Wow, I'm kind of like, I'm part of me is like, I'm happy, but I'm also kind of sad.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I'm happy that I'm sure it's happened to somebody at some point.
Might have, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm also kind of sad because the fake news, I hate to sound like, like a MAGA guy over here, but fake news got me again.
Yep. That's all right. Oof.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll move on.
All right.
Hopefully this isn't fake news too, because I saw this on Imager yesterday. But, it seems like Hurricane Hannah knocked over our precious wall that the Don put up.
Oh, no.
Is that, did you hear this?
I have not, no. But it wouldn't surprise me because I believe the last time there was some storm that went through there, it ripped down like a large chunk of it.
Yeah, so, apparently that happened. Sections of the wall went down that it was, we're building a wall. They're paying for it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it can't even withstand the hurricane.
Yeah.
And it's in an area that does get stuff like that. So it's, I feel like that. Yeah. Much like I did in the beginning, that money could have been put into better things, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know, pandemic response.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you
that
what you do.
Cool.
Vote in November. That's what you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Like I made sure last week that I was registered in, Ohio still, and I was not. So I was like, oh, well,
right.
Popped all over that.
That was weird when I went up here earlier, for the primary. They didn't have me listed as registered. I voted in the last election.
That doesn't even make sense.
And I lived up here. I know the woman said the same thing. And she's like, let me look a little, make sure we didn't spell your name wrong or something. And while I was in there that day, I signed their paperwork and everything. And then before I could, when they sent me my ballot, I sent it in. The woman's like, actually, we need you to stop by because we need your signature. I'm like, I signed the paper when I was there.
Like, bitch, I already did that.
Yeah. Luckily, where it's at is, sorry for going local. Tony, you know where Bedford is?
Yes.
Do you know where the city building is over here? It's like up the street from, or down the street from.
I know exactly where it is.
So I just had to go over there. It's literally like 5 minutes from here, so it's no big deal.
Well, at least that wasn't bad.
And they had a drive-through, so then you have to go inside. You just go around the side, and they, hand out the paper thing. I sign it, hand it back. Have a nice day. So
I mean, that's even better, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know if you knew that or not. In the event you ever have to go up there, they do have a drive-through around back of the place.
I shouldn't have to go up there anymore.
No,
honestly.
I'm just letting you know, though, if for some reason somebody does. But anyway, yeah. One thing I want to say real quick, I've seen this going around. I don't know how much truth there is to it, but it's still grain of salt, good thing to consider, which is if you're like me doing a mail-in ballot, the post office is running slower right now, so make sure you give your ballot plenty of time to get back in. So,
yeah, I saw people are like, so, actually this is when election day is.
Yeah, like me, basically. I'm just going to go drop it off. Because, again, it's only 5 minutes from here. It seems stupid to pay for a stamp when it's like, right around the corner almost. So I'm just going to go drop it off.
Yeah, that's probably the move.
Yeah. I'm doing the mail-in because in Michigan I'm allowed to, and also I don't want to deal with a crowd that day, because of my anxiety and stuff. Yeah. So.
I don't blame you at all, my dude.
Right.
Because who wants to deal with, I don't want to deal with a crowd because of COVID.
Also that, yeah.
Yep.
So.
Believe me, especially after last week, I'm like, man, if I didn't have to work, I would not be there because I got a feeling it's going to get worse before it gets any better in my place.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So, did you see Xbox unveiled Halo footage from the Halo Infinite?
I did not see that. No.
No.
I mean, it's one of those things where now that I don't have an Xbox, I kind of don't really pay attention
fair
to what
enough.
they're doing.
They
you know?
the fan base heavily critiqued the fact that the graphics weren't as good as they expected. And, really? Xbox had to come out and basically go, look, it's in development. It will be better by the time we deliver it. Like we still have, we're working on it.
Jesus Christ, people.
Yeah. But they showed, it looks like it's got a lot of kind of Destiny feel to it, to where it seems like they're basically not planning on making another Halo for a while. To where basically they're it sounds like they're going to do maybe similar to like Rockstar doing with GTA, where they're like, here's the game. We're just going to keep putting out things you can play and add to the game without having to buy a whole new game.
I mean, I think that's kind of cool if they do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, honestly, we've talked about Call of Duty incessantly on this program before.
Yeah.
But if this is the last Call of Duty they make for a while and they just keep putting out updates, I'd be cool with it because I enjoy it.
Right. Exactly. And I know that's the plan with like Warzone essentially, is that Warzone is going to continue on with just updates, but they're still going to alternate between Treyarch and Infinity Ward, on that. But yeah, I thought it was kind of cool with Halo, and I was like, I kind of dig that. It's weird though. There's a grappling hook now that you can use to get across the map.
It's straight out of Doom right there.
Which is cool, but like
Doom's is way better. It's called the meat hook.
Yeah, that's way better.
And you use it by shooting into enemies.
Right. I'm very curious to see if the grappling hook is in multiplayer or if that's just a campaign thing.
I bet you to put it in multiplayer.
Probably, and if so, that's a whole new. That I feel like there's a whole lot of annoying Scorpion from Mortal Kombat kind of fights coming up,
Yeah.
Although,
unless you can't use it on people.
Right, which wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me if you couldn't, but otherwise, can you picture you hit something with a grappling hook, pull it in, hit it with the forearm shiver? Because I think they replaced, like, you don't hit with the gun now. I think you hit with, like, your forearm. So,
right.
Like, that would be kind of cool. Like, slide, get over here, and kaboom.
or hit it with the energy sword.
Yes,
that'd be dope.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, realistically, I don't know for sure if I'll get the next Xbox anyway. If I'm going to get anything, I'm likely to go PlayStation again because I've always been more PlayStation guy than Xbox guy anyway. So,
right.
But they also announced, and this would actually be more likely of a game to get me to buy the Xbox, which is they're going to put out a new Fable.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Which is awesome because Lionheart closed down a few years ago, and they were the ones who made the game, And but
Peter Molyneux or whatever.
Yeah. But they announced that there's going to be like at first there were people saying that it was going to be like an MMO, and when I read that, I was like, oh, like I don't know, like I don't want that, and like immediately. One of the developer or studio heads or somebody came out and was like, yeah, no, that's not what this is going to be. They're like, this may have some like live elements to it, internet elements, but it's not an MMO. So I was like, okay, but it's being put out by, I forgot the name of the studio, but they're the ones who do, Forza.
Oh, shit. I'm drawing a blank now too.
Yeah. But anyway, so they've done some nice work and stuff. And that's basically, there's really nothing else that's come out about it. So I don't know release date. I haven't seen any of the other stuff. I think there's supposed to be another announcement coming out soon for it. So,
right.
But I was excited for that because I've always loved that franchise. But
yeah, Fable is always good to me.
I'm crossing my fingers that maybe it'll still come out on the Xbox One. Because like PlayStation announced that even though the PS5's coming out this fall or Christmas time, whenever it is, they still haven't announced yet that I've seen. They're still going to be putting out A-level games for the PS4 for a while. Much like they did when the PS4 came out, they still were making games for the PS3 and all the way back, so.
It seems like Sony's pretty good about supporting their stuff for a while after the next generation comes out.
Do you remember how long it was before the PS1 they were finally like, okay, we're done making? It was like, well into the run of PS2,
Same with PS2 as well. That thing like lasted forever.
Yep. So that's,
which is cool.
Yes, especially if you're not somebody who can afford to upgrade every time or whatever, or just don't want to.
That's kind of the boat I'm in, because it's like I don't play enough anymore that I'm like, oh god, new system, I have to get on it.
Yeah, I'm certainly not going to be a launch guy.
A year after it comes out, or 2 years even.
That's what I was going to say. Is I'm certainly not a launch guy anymore.
No, once upon a time, it was like launch day. I was in the corner beating off, getting ready.
Me too.
Yeah. Now it's just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll play the games I have because I'm an old man.
Well, and there's tons of games that you've probably wanted to play and haven't gotten around to them anyway. So,
so many. Yeah, so many games.
So why not, right?
And unfortunately, the way I am right now, I'm just like, oh, I got some spare time. There's like 12 days left to season 4. I might as well keep powering through levels, trying to unlock some shit. Because I just throw in Call of Duty and play a couple matches.
Right. Whereas I looked at it the other day because I was thinking about jumping on and playing, and I was like, oh wait, I didn't download that thing. It's like, I saw how many days were left. I'm like, it's going to take me like two days roughly to download it. I might as well just wait till season 5.
Yeah. I mean, it's coming up.
Yeah. I saw that.
I'm telling you, man, just bring your damn PlayStation over.
I know that really is what I need to do. Is whenever they put out an update or something, just hang out with you for a little bit.
They have a big ass update like that, just bring it over, set it up. We'll do what I'm doing now. Hang out and have some cocktails and let your PlayStation do its thing.
Right. Agreed.
Yeah.
So they also unveiled today what the August games are going to be for the PS Plus.
All right, I have not seen this yet. Please.
All right. Well, one of them is the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
And that is actually...
I might go back and replay that.
Well, and that's actually going to be available for download for us tomorrow, the 28th. You don't have to wait into August to get that one. The other one is called Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, which I know nothing about.
I've never even heard of this game.
Apparently, it's a brand new multiplayer game. Like, it's day one, release, basically, which I think is kind of cool. But it's priced at $20. But it's going to be available for free on launch day through this, which is, I believe, the first time or one of the first times they've done that.
I wonder why they're doing it that way.
That I couldn't tell you. So, but I like it.
I'm Googling this shit right now.
I like the idea, but I don't know, I know I was pulling it up too because I'm curious about it because I actually forgot I was going to do that earlier and totally forgot.
Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout.
Yep. What the heck?
Looks very cartoony.
That's what I was just...
comical 60-player battle royale.
See, I'm not excited about it. It's like Call of Duty I'm okay with, but that's going to be a big download probably. So I don't...
Well, it says it's the definition of... I'm reading to someone that had a hands-on with it.
Okay.
It says it's a definition of a just one more game sort of experience, packed with a lot of fun and laugh-out-loud moments, enjoyed alone or with friends. Feels like Rocket League is meant to match.
Okay.
I do like Rocket League.
Yeah. And did I tell you about... I mean, I know you already have League, but there's rumors that that's going to go free to play.
Oh, no. If it does, dude, download that
I
shit.
will, for sure. Yeah. Because I don't have it. The only way I would is if I got the, Xbox, what do you call it? I can never remember what that damn thing's called. The Games Pass. That's what it's called. Because it's part of that.
This sounds like it might be interesting.
Okay. Well, either way, I'll throw it in my library, because why not?
It says 5 different runs of mayhem are used to determine a winner, except Fall Guys always case of taking part is what counts the most. So it says, it's because simply put, it is so much fun. Every event leading up to the final showdown comes with its own unique twist on how to eliminate players. Things start off simple with a variety of obstacle courses. You have to, from dodging anything from balls to flying fruit. Before long, you'll be competing in teams to navigate a huge football into a goal or making sure your side's equipment with the most tails, whatever that means, when time is up. every round is simple, but what's charming is but that's what makes it charming about the whole thing. It's hilarious witnessing your friends fail and fall to their doom.
Okay, all right. I mean, like I said, I'll download it or grab it. So
yeah.
I
mean, it sounds like it might be. I mean, when I first read Battle Royale, like I'll occasionally play Warzone, but I'm really not a fan. Of Battle Royale games. But if this is a different take on it, it makes it kind of silly. I might be into it.
And also, if you can play it like couch type thing, you might be able to play with people like your kids or Michelle or whatever.
For sure.
So it might be kind of fun there too. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
so,
I'll
check it out.
All right.
I mean, especially, I'll check them out. Any of them out that are free. I'll be honest.
I saw people were kind of excited about it, so there must have been, now it sounds all right. So I ain't against it or mad at it.
I do like the cartoony graphics. I'll be honest.
Yeah, and it is kind of cool that it's a brand new game.
Yeah, I dig that. I've never heard of anyone doing that before.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember if Xbox has done it with games with gold, but they definitely have done it with Games Pass. Because like. Oh shit, what's that game called? Gears 5 was part of the Games Pass day one.
Right.
So, and they've done it with a few other games too, but that was one of the bigger ones they did it with. So, yeah. But I think that's a pretty decent lineup for the thing,
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I'm not super excited that Call of Duty's on there just because I've beat Modern Warfare 2's campaign before.
Oh, okay. Like I never played any of. I mean, aside from how you always have to do the little intro gimmick to start the game. That's all I've ever played of any of them. I've never gone in and really played anything else.
I usually play through the like I'm almost done with the campaign in Modern Warfare right now.
Oh yeah.
But I might go back and replay it because it was good. I remember it being good.
Right, and it's going to have enhanced graphics, so it'll look pretty.
I mean, that's sick.
Yeah.
Like that's actually what I'm doing right now in Call of Duty World War II because that was a game, PS Plus game, and I'm just playing the campaign.
Yeah, I really wish that was cross-platform.
It's actually a really good campaign too. It feels like you're playing a World War II movie.
Yeah, I played the first. Actually, I take that back. That one's the most I've played. I played like the first 2 missions in that. I think.
Yeah, that one's really good.
Yeah, so because
I'm kind of impressed by how good it was.
It's one of the few games I have for Xbox.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
So that's why I said it sucks. It's not cross-platform.
Bro, there's a cool breeze blowing right now.
Oh, nice.
It feels incredible.
I bet, because of how humid it's been today. And
it feels so good. Like, this is why I like being outside.
Right. So, this is something I wanted to talk about a couple weeks ago, and I totally forgot about it.
Oh, what you got?
This is a concept that I freaking love. Actually, this came out in the story for this came out in April. I just didn't hear about it until like a few weeks ago. Cause I'm not Johnny comic book anymore. I kind of pay attention, but I'm way behind. So I don't really focus on what's coming out new. It's just one of those like, well, maybe I'll read. This is one I'll go out of my way to probably grab though. There's going to be a series coming out for the Ninja Turtles called The Last Ronin.
Oh, I saw this, and I'm interested too.
Right? This is fucking amazing. Because the idea of it is that there's one Ninja Turtle left, and they're using all of their fallen brethren's weapons to avenge their deaths. The beautiful part of it is that as of right now, they have not revealed which of the turtles is the last one, which has created, and I've dove into on Reddit and different stuff, there's some awesome conversations going on, like people arguing why which turtle. Now, one of the things I heard that they might do is there's a rumor that the end of it might just be that they never reveal which one it is.
I mean, I'm kind of cool with that if they do that.
Right? And you know me, I always dig those kind of endings where they just leave it ambiguous so you can kind of just, whatever happened in your head is what happened,
Like the end of Sopranos.
Sure.
All right, maybe not that one.
Yeah. But anyway, I just love the idea because it's been fun reading why people think that this character, like I immediately, like when I was first reading about it, you see a lot of people very dismissive of like, well, it can't be Raphael because that's too obvious, and it's like Michelangelo is the one that makes the most sense because it would be the biggest character shift because he'd go from being the fun, jokey one to like I'm going to kill people kind of, level.
Right.
So yeah, I dug how people are very much, and there were in the initial pictures that were released, people are like, I don't see any nunchucks, so it's got to be Mike, you know. And
well, all right. Well, let's do this, Brian. Which Ninja Turtle do you think it is, and why?
yeah, see, that's the thing is I really and truly think you can make a case for any of them.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Right?
in your gut instinct.
Right.
If you were writing this story, which Ninja Turtle are you picking?
You know, like, I'm a big fan of a red herring too, you know, so it's like the obvious choice. I really and truly think, to me, the obvious pick is Michelangelo, because
Right.
I think it makes for one of the better approaches to it, you know, because again, he was the jokey, fun one, and now the others have been, you know, died, killed, whatever happens, and it's like he just flips the fuck you script and is going after people, you know.
I mean, yeah, I can see that.
Like, no more jokes, no more whatever. It's like, nah, I'ma straight kill you.
No more cowbunga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. So what about you? Which is the gut instinct pick?
Like, I almost think Leonardo, because he was always like so cool headed.
Right, and very by the
But
book and rule keeping and
yeah, very
Mhm.
rule keeping. He'd be the guy that would, like, you know, tell the teacher that people were acting up when they left the room.
Right.
You know, but I also believe deep down inside he's a fucking serial killer.
Right. Well, because he's probably repressed a lot of this over the years.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
So I kind of feel like he would be a good choice.
Right, and that's why I said it's like Raphael feels too obvious because he's always been the hothead.
Yeah.
You know, so he feels like the one that I think in one of the movies, didn't they even do that where like one of them gets injured or Splinter or somebody gets injured and he's just like, I'm going to kill him. And they're like, whoa, you got to calm that rage down, bro. You know?
Yeah, oh yeah, that was in the Ninja Turtle movie that I gave my parents probably the biggest blockbuster feat they've ever seen in their life.
So, you know what I mean? Like, so I kind of feel like that fits his character. Like, so it feels too obvious for him, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's not going to be. I will go on the record right now and say it's not Raphael.
And Donatello feels
it's
like
too obvious.
Right. And Donatello always was kind of seen as like the most non-threatening turtle, I think. You know, because he seems like he's the one who, you know, again, you know, he'd rather outthink his opponent than just,
well, I mean, and actually, he might be a good choice.
He might be.
Because he could straight up turn into, like, Batman.
Yeah, it's true, with all the gadgets and shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, and the other, of course, there is always a chance, too, that, you know, there could be a misdirect to where it's, you know, it's not any of them. That,
how dope would it be if it was Splinter?
Yeah,
old
right.
Man Splinter using his kids' weapons.
Yeah, he's just wearing the turtle costume while he's doing it.
It's like Old Man Logan, but with Splinter.
Ooh, I like that. Old Man Splinter.
Splinter.
That could be a kind of a cool. You know what? That could be cool because did you watch? Shit, I can't think of the name of the show now. The Star Wars cartoon that was on for a long time.
Oh, Clone Wars?
Thank you. Yes.
I am not caught up on that at all.
Fuck. Because, like, the final few episodes or whatever, or toward the very end, there's this Yoda arc that is so good, where Yoda is basically going to learn how to become pure force.
Oh, okay.
So good. And it's basically kind of like a, you know, Old Man Logan kind of, you know, like you kind of feel like this might be one of his last adventures type of thing, you know?
Right.
But yeah, anyway, this story's got me totally geeked. You know, I can't wait to get a hold of it. Although it looks like it's not going to be cheap. It looks like each issue is like $9. So
what?
Yeah, but
does it come in hardcover?
No, but it's a bigger issue. It's like 45 pages per book.
Oh well, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense.
So it's that's like 2.5 or 2+ comics. So
yeah, it's been a while since I bought comics, but when I saw that floating around the internet a couple weeks ago, even, you know, I was like, man, that actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it says the series will launch later this year. I haven't seen an exact date on it, but yeah, it's written by like Kevin Eastman said that it goes back to an old story that him and I think him and Peter Laird came up with, like, back in the day when they were, you know, doing the old run of the Turtles, and it was just something they never ever released. So him and,
you know,
co-writer Tom Waltz, it says, are, working on it and, to get it done.
I mean, I actually have a comic book shop that I could ride my bicycle to.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Freedom Comics over there on Sylvania Avenue?
Not yet, no.
Okay. I haven't been there yet either. Every time I drive by it, I always look, I'm like, I should stop in there. Maybe I should stop in and see if I can, maybe get those on hold for me or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually thought about...
And also, Brian, maybe someday you and I should both go. But this is, of course, after they fixed the COVID situation.
Right.
Because right across the street is my favorite dive bar, the Orchard Inn.
Oh, yeah,
You
right.
and I have sat in there and had a few pints more than once.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that would
For
be a
sure.
good excuse to have some pints and then wander into a comic shop.
Or vice versa, whichever. Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.
Or back and forth.
Or back and forth. Yeah. I'm sure the owner of the comic shop would love that.
Like, really? Like, we just had 3 pints. We're back.
Yeah. Come back. Be like, well, I had some bourbon, too. He's like, all right,
How's
you
it
need to
going,
leave.
boss?
You need to leave.
Could you stop pissing in the penny box?
No.
No, I know what these are worth. I'm upping the value.
Right. Yeah. Have you heard of muscle piss? Oh, man.
I've been in your industry, my friend.
Yep. Yeah, that'd be accurate.
Just real quick, because I'm going to have a quick bitch fest. I don't think I talked about this.
Mhm.
I did talk about when we bought those game books, the Frostgrave and the Gaslands.
Yeah.
I know I talked about that. The first place I stopped to find that Frostgrave book is I'm going local again, is I went to the game room because it's by my house.
That's your first mistake. Yeah.
That place is always, I don't understand why everyone loves that place.
I never did either.
Because I walked in, it just felt dirty.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, I'm looking for this game book, Frostgrave. And the guy's like, let me check. And he's flipping through the D&D books. I'm like, okay. He's like, I don't think we got this one in yet. He's like, let me tell you, everyone's telling me the books are delayed because they're made in China. I'm like, yeah. And he just grabs a book off the shelf and opens it up. He's like, look, made in the USA. Okay. Like, I couldn't even tell him, like, Frostgrave isn't even a D&D book. It's like, because immediately I'm like, if you don't know your own fucking product, what are you doing?
Yeah, right.
You know?
Or just straight up admit it, right? Like, if you don't know what it is, I've never heard of that. What is it,
Yeah,
or
so, like,
the other question
I was telling
should
Michelle,
have been
like, this is why I don't come here, because these people are idiots.
Yeah, and, well, the other thing could have been, like, why weren't they like, let me see if I can order that for you?
Yeah,
something like that.
We walked around and I just left, and no one even said bye to us when we left.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think I've ever been like had anyone say have a good one or anything on the way out of that place.
Yeah, like that'll probably no. I'm saying it right here and now for the public to hear. That's the last time I'll ever go in that store.
Yeah, I don't go in there very often.
Like I walked out to the Jeep, I hopped in, I called another game store and went, "You guys have this?" I went, "Yes, we do." I went, "Okay, cool, thanks."
I will be right over.
And I went over to the other store, went to Checkmate Games.
Right. Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "I just called about Frostgrave." "Oh, we got it right here. We'll keep it at the counter for you. I'll look around." "Cool."
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm like, wow, this is a nice experience. Unlike that shithole I just left.
Imagine that. Customer service? What?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Anywho, that's enough. Sorry, I'm ranting.
Nah, no big deal. Well,
I got to thinking about the comic shop and the game shop that are right next to us.
Yeah.
That you and I should have driven out of existence.
Yes.
Driven before us and hear the lamentations of their women.
Yes. Much better. Always appreciate a Conan quote. So speaking of comics, last week we talked about online comics.
Yes,
right?
Yes, we did.
And I went on a ridiculous deep dive and just found all sorts of, I pulled up lists that were like, these are the ones you have to read kind of a thing.
Oh shit, you took like the blue pill and went
into the
Matrix or whatever. Huh?
Now, unfortunately, a lot of those lists are kind of old, so a lot of those comics don't exist anymore, which is sad. But some because they just wrapped up the story, some just don't seem like they continued,
Fair enough, it happens.
But I was able to find some that, were old favorites of mine, like Red Meat, which took me a minute to find, but, ones like that. But I posted on Twitter and Instagram and different stuff that was like, hey, hit me with your online stuff, and then on our
hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
Yes, exactly. On our Twitter, I also put or if you're a creator, hit us with the link, so that
absolutely
sure, I'll go check them out. So I'm going to put kind of a list together, and I'll either fire it out through our Twitter, because I'm probably not going to have it in the show notes, but I'll have it on our Twitter. Or if not, if you want to, link to them, you hit me up. But I'm going to have a link of the ones that, especially the creators who shot something to me, that was like, hey, here's what we do. So if you want to check those out, I can, you can find a link to those. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to. So, thank you to anyone who responded. I appreciate that. And, it was interesting though, because a lot of the ones I had suggested to me were ones I've already read. Not the ones to our ones, but like on my Twitter when I posted it, most of the ones that were suggested to me, I was like, oh yeah, I already read that.
Yeah, right.
Which is fine. I mean, obviously they're popular, so whatever. But yeah. Anyway, like I said,
oh man,
toss it up on Twitters. It's all right. I got
all the Twitters.
I got one more thing before we get to the Q to the W, unless you have something else.
No. Although,
right.
Brian,
yeah,
I have a Q to W candidate for this week.
Beautiful. That'll work.
Yeah, I got a good. I think I got a good one that my son showed me. So.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah.
So, every once in a while, like you'll see on Instagram, like an ad, and every once in a while, you're like, Well,
bro, do you know how many times I've done that?
Too many, much like me.
Actually, I have one for you after your story.
Oh, okay. So I saw one this week that not only sounds like something that I think might be right up our alley, but I also think would be a fantastic sweet and salty language.
Oh, no shit.
And apparently there's a company called Boozy Jerky, and they make jerky.
This sounds like a drunken, lonely evening.
Yeah, right. Well, they make jerky that's like beer inspired or made. I don't know exactly the specifics, but anyway, because it's available on Walmart.com.
You say Walmart?
Yeah. Apparently that's where they sell it through. It's shipped
Shocking.
It's sold and shipped by them through Walmart's like marketplace thing.
Right.
Anyways, they have flavors like peppered stout, spicy citrus IPA, mango habanero ale beef jerky. What are the other flavors? I know there's another one. Montreal style maple spice. All right, that's all I'm finding. But I know they don't have a ton of flavors, but anyways, so those seem, like pretty decent.
Those do seem pretty decent.
Yeah. So I thought maybe at some point, we'll, order us a few bags and have a little taste-a-roni, or maybe I'll hit them up on Instagram or something and be like, hey, how about sending me some samples?
Hey, I got a podcast. We like reviewing shit.
Yeah. Do you do samples or send us full bags?
Yeah. Actually, that's the move, Brian.
Yeah.
Before we pay for it.
You're right. That is the move.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, can you send us that and come on the podcast and we'll talk about your product?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Speaking of those guys, I haven't talked to those guys that gained that song in a long time yet.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be on a podcast, and they kind of went radio silent.
Yeah. That's all right. It happens. Yeah. Not the first time we've had that happen.
Yeah, I know, right?
With somebody. So there you go. That's, I guess that's kind of a shut up and take my money also.
I mean, shut up and take. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I closed it. Oh, no, I didn't. Hold on. Let me go back.
Shut up and take my money.
There you go. Just for you.
Nice. So I'll have the link to the Walmart link in the show notes for those.
So the Instagram ad that got me, and I screen capped it. I don't think my daughter listens to this program. I certainly hope she doesn't.
Oh boy.
But I screen capped it because of some company that makes like weird shoes.
Okay.
And they make the thing that caught my eye is they make these things called fin flops, and they're flip flops that look like fish.
Oh God.
Right. So I was
Right.
like, "Oh, that's hilarious." So I have to click their website and see what else they have now.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
But they have these slippers, and they're called loafers, and they just look like loaves of bread.
Oh, those are great. I like that idea.
So I want to get them for my daughter.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Right. And for yourself. Don't
But
lie. No.
you know how many times I've clicked on people's websites because of Instagram ads like that?
Yeah, I've done it way too much.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like one of them was, I can't remember the company. I almost bought one of their stupid rings. They make resin rings with this shit in them, and they glow like the One Ring from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
That's so cool.
I saw those, yeah. Yeah.
Like, I clicked the link. It was like, dude, they're only like $45, right? I should buy one.
You're like, I'm ordering 6.
Yeah, like, I want an orange one. And then when I walk around at night, it looks like I got a ring of fire. Yeah, I didn't buy one.
Yeah, probably for the best.
But I did buy future laser glasses from Amazon.
Yeah, well, that's all
I
you
should put
needed.
those. I really need to start using our salty language Instagram stories more often.
I guess.
I've actually, you know what I'm going to do?
No.
I bought a phone mount for my bike, just so I can, like listen to music and stuff. Not because I'm always worried about my phone coming out of my pocket.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Right.
Mm.
What I should do is maybe I should do Instagram Live for my phone.
That's a terrifying idea.
Just put my headphones in and just talk to people. I don't know. I've had a couple beers. I've had a couple scotches.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Perfect time to start it up.
Yeah, no, I wonder if that might be a thing.
Maybe
I'll get a hold of you and we can do like a group thing. I'll just ride the bike through the neighborhood.
Yeah.
We can bullshit.
I like that you had to mime the bike riding.
You know, I talk with my hands.
I know.
I can't help it.
I know.
Yeah, we're not on video, but I could be sitting by myself talking. I'd be doing the same
best
thing.
part isn't that you just held your arms out like these are handlebars, but you also did this like
I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll get into that.
Right.
Anywho, so yeah, I have a Q to W.
All right, let's do last week's real quick, and then.
Good point. My bad. I'm jumping ahead because I'm very excited about this one.
Yeah. Like
my son showed me the meme or whatever, and I was like, I'm stealing that.
That's fair.
So last week we asked, you have the ability to teleport 10 tons of Jello to any point in history.
10 tums, like 10 tummies.
10 tums, just tums. The little stomach deals.
Oh right, yeah, okay.
Your goal is to cause the most chaos and destruction. Where do you send all this Jello?
Yeah.
All right. So first off, I got to turn off most relevant. I need to put all comments.
Oh yeah, right. Good point.
Because goddamn, so whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the conductor of the Salty Language Orchestra, the man monster Henno himself.
Yeah.
From parts unknown.
Right.
Says Noah's Ark.
Right.
What is Noah going to do except feed all them animals?
Yeah. Well, I would imagine the first thing you would do is probably stare at it and be like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, he'd be like, forsooth, my lord, why have you sent me this?
I don't think that's how they talked.
He might have.
Okay, fair enough.
He might have.
All right.
Michelle, she said the inside of Apollo 13 in orbit. Houston, we have a problem.
Wow, she's just going to straight out kill him, huh?
Apparently.
Jeez,
they have to eat their way to freedom.
Well, I mean, that's going to mess up their all their maths and stuff on their fuel and.
Yeah, you're right. They're doing everything with like slide rules and shit.
Yeah, she's probably going to straight out kill him. Cold.
Yeah.
Ice cold.
Ice cold. Take that, not Tom Cruise.
Well, no, we can just stick with that. Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Suck on these.
That's weird.
All right. Philip. Our dude Philip.
Yeah.
Beermeister Supreme. He says, October 31st, 1517 in Wittenberg, Germany, at the All Saints Church, where Martin Luther nailed his 95 thesis reformation against the Pope. Simply because, I gotta click see more here. Simply because the religious ramifications / justifications in that time period for 10 tons of Jello would have been hilarious to read about now. I mean, he's not wrong.
No, it's similar to like your reasoning for doing it at the crucifixion. Remember, is like we were like, how fun would it be to read about that now?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah,
just be hilarious.
Right.
And then Jeff from Hobie. He says the barn Jesus was born in.
Aw.
Oh. I mean, babies love Jell-O, right?
Right. Like, yo, we brought
Especially-
frankincense, myrrh, gold, Jell-O.
Jell-O. Did we specify what the flavor of Jell-O was?
No, remember I asked you what you pictured in your head, like what color and stuff.
I pictured lime.
Yeah, it's the same color, same one I did too.
You know, it's funny. Michelle made this dessert tonight, right? Because she's like, I got dinner. I'm like, dope, thank you.
Yeah.
So she made this dessert with like fresh cherries and cream cheese and whipped cream, and you make Jell-O.
Yeah.
You put shit together. It's like kind of like a sick ass parfait.
I was gonna say I've had something really similar. I don't know if it's the same thing, but I've had something very similar.
It was really good. It was delicious, but it called for lime Jell-O. She said she went to the store. They had all the Jell-O except lime was completely sold out.
Really?
So clearly,
watch out, history.
Clearly, Brian,
someone's gonna dump
10
some
tons
Jell-O.
of lime Jell-O people are getting hold of.
I guess.
Someone's got a time machine. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they should track the receipts on that and make sure nothing shady's going on.
Nothing shady's going on. But that's all I got on Face page. Instagram, once again, people liked it, didn't answer it. I don't get it.
I thought didn't Dev answer it somewhere?
I know in
our group he threw a wet blanket on us, which was to point out that the actual size of 10,000 or for all this Jell-O would be like, what was it? I think it was like a 6.5 foot cube.
He must have done that in our Twitter group.
Well, he did that, but he posted somewhere like that we don't have to read his whole response. So I assumed he responded somewhere.
It's not in our Instagram. It might be. Is it in our Twitter group of fun and death and hatred?
Not that I remember, but I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't have it on our Face page. You know what? I did share it. Maybe it's on my personal one.
Yeah.
I don't know, Brian. I don't know.
All right, fine.
It's going to be one of those things where people are going to be like, I'm so upset you didn't read my answer. I'm like, oh, sorry.
You're not.
If only they would aggregate them all together.
But you're not sorry, though. I mean, no.
Oh, you know what? Our buddy Gordon Poutine, he put November 2nd, 2000 at an altitude of 220 miles.
Right.
But yeah, I don't have a Dev answer anywhere that I've seen.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, Dev, if you answered, blame Tony. So even
Dev,
if it's
I love you. Let's open mouth kiss.
Again.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have one from Cheeto Bandito here, and he says, first off, it's a Jell-O mold, not loose Jell-O all over the place. As far as placement, I'm going to drop it on the site of the meteor that is believed to cause the destruction of the dinosaurs just before the meteor strikes. It's either going to soften the blow and save some creatures, or it's going to spew molten hot Jell-O on everything. And then
since Dev's a stick in the mud, that 6 foot cube isn't doing shit.
Yeah, unfortunately. So, but yeah, he said Trump inauguration was a Hobie pick. So
that's a good one, though. And
then he also answered our previous week's one, which was what obscure TV show that needs a reboot, and he said Those Who Kill.
I'm not familiar with this.
Apparently had 10 episodes. I've got it pulled up on IMDb here. It starred Chloe, what's her name, Sevigny, or I don't know how to say her name. I'm probably murdering her name. But anyway, it says it follows Katherine Jensen, a recently promoted homicide detective who enlists the help of Thomas Schaefer, a forensic psychologist, to track down serial killers and relentlessly seeks I have to click see more here because I didn't realize it had more. Oh, and relentlessly seeks the truth behind the disappearance of her brother. So there you go.
I'm unfamiliar with this.
I remember hearing about it, but I have not watched it, so I don't know if it's really available anywhere anymore. I have to look.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyways, it was on A&E apparently originally. So
arts and entertainment?
Yes, sir.
You don't say.
Yes, sir.
That sounds nice.
So there you go. All right. So what you got for this week, sir?
All right. So for this week's Q to W, you might want to write this shit down for your notes.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
You pick a movie, right?
Uh-huh.
You get to keep one actor in that movie.
Yeah.
Everyone else is replaced by Muppets.
Oh yeah, I remember. I feel like Hobie asked this question, but
Well, whatever. Salty Language did it better. Oh. So what movie and what actor do you pick?
Okay, fair enough. That's a good question. I don't know. I'm trying to think because I honestly don't even think I answered it when whoever posted it before. It might have been Dev. It might not have been Hobie. I don't know,
the meme Logan showed me was someone, of course, made artwork for it, and it was Evil Dead, and it was Ash just slaying Muppets.
That's pretty awesome.
And I was like that, and that, like I saw that, I'm like, that's awesome. Then I went, oh, this is a good Q to W. I'm stealing this.
Yeah, I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I wish I could credit whoever did that artwork, but I didn't go that far down the rabbit hole or whatever.
Jeez, I'm crow. I'm writing this down, and I just wrote. I can't even say it without laughing. I wrote Mupperts instead of Muppets.
Muppets?
Yeah.
It's time to meet the Muppets. It's time to start the show.
It's like the dollar store version of the Muppets.
For sure. Those are the core of the Muppets.
They're just terribly put together.
What the core is.
Yeah. They're just
like G.I. Joes of 2 points for articulation. The core.
Yep. Oh, man. The Muppets. Fuck. Oh, fucking A. I kind of feel like, do you think we could get away with making puppet versions of ourselves and calling them the Muppets?
I mean, maybe. We could try.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Do you know what's weird? The first movie that popped into my head was Saving Private Ryan, and I don't know why. Well,
but which actor you keep?
Well, it's got to be Private Ryan. It's got to be Matt Damon.
So all these Muppets,
yeah,
all these Muppets doing Normandy and shit.
Yeah. The sniper scene where he takes his helmet off and then just gets crushed in the head with a sniper bullet, you know.
Slowly, one Muppet slowly stabbing the other one while speaking German.
Right, you know. The one looks incredible, you know, exactly like Tom Hanks, you know.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
See, my thoughts were the original Terminator.
Oh, nice.
But I would keep, what's her name? Sarah Connor.
Linda Hamilton?
Linda Hamilton.
Yeah.
Linda Hamilton's the actress because I want to see a Muppet Terminator.
See, this is the move. I like that much better. That's why I like with Saving Private Ryan. I'm like, well, it has to be Matt Damon because all the rest, it just makes sense because he's the one being saved. So he's the focal point. So he stays, you know.
Although, let me just put one scene on you that might change your mind.
All right.
The very beginning of the movie where it's like old man Matt Damon, he's looking at the grave and it flashes back to young Matt Damon.
Yeah.
So you can have an old Muppet goes into a young Muppet. And that would be
you're
pretty
right.
cool.
I didn't think about that. That would be pretty cool. Yeah. There's a lot of movies I would love to see. Like, you know, Face Off, but you can only keep one actor, so you keep like you keep Nicolas Cage.
He just has a Muppet face on.
It's not just a Muppet face, it's a Muppet John Travolta face. And now you have a Muppet of John Travolta going around with a person Nick Cage face on.
That's terrific.
Can I change my answer? I want to Face Off final answer.
That could be the best answer ever. Oh my God, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good one.
Just think about how terrifying that movie would become from that point forward.
Like, what if you pick like Friday the 13th and you pick Jason Voorhees as the actor? He's just tearing apart Muppets.
Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun to watch, you know, or Gladiator, you know, and you just pick Russell Crowe as your, you know, want everybody else's Muppets, or better yet, you pick Joaquin Phoenix and then everyone else's Muppets. I don't know.
Yeah, because I would honestly love to see a Muppet with like, "Are you not entertained?"
Right.
Yeah, there's so many I mean, we're just naming movies or probably taking away stuff from our audience, but fuck them. That's what I say.
300. You keep what's his face? God, Gerard Butler, and he's just kicking that
guy
Muppet.
Who played the Hunchback.
Yeah.
Because he already looks like a Muppet, so it will be a full Muppet cast.
Right. Oh, man. Django Unchained, and you just keep Jamie Foxx, you know.
Definitely.
Actually, you know where it could get even weirder, too, would be if you go into movies that are like heavy, dramatic movies, and you just, you know, kind of a thing. Like, comedies would be funny, you know, it would still work pretty well.
Yeah.
You know, but if you had to switch, you know, in a very dramatic movie, which I'm trying to think of a perfect example. I can't
like
think
Sophie's Choice.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
She's got to choose which one of her Muppet babies gets to live.
Right,
basically.
right, yeah. Or Carrie or something like that, you know. It's like
right.
You keep her as the human, and so she has just Muppet parts thrown on her at the prom, and or Muppet blood.
It's classic stuff, really.
Yeah. Or wait, or can wait? Can we pick Jaws, but not have Bruce the Shark as the, you know, because he's not an actor clearly. So we'll just pick like one of the shit. I can't think of the guy's name now.
Pick Richard Dreyfuss.
Yes, pick Richard Dreyfuss. That way, there's a Muppet shark that's attacking everyone.
I can't believe I forgot to talk about this. By the way, over the weekend I watched Sharknado for the first time.
Oh man, good times.
That movie's fucking terrible.
Oh,
it's
so
amazing.
Bad. Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 of them, I think now.
I know.
Or 4.
I'm pretty sure next time Leah comes over, we're gonna watch another one.
Yeah.
Because we're sitting around like, let's watch a shitty movie.
Yeah.
That's what we picked. Boy, is that terrible.
Oh, they're so bad. Yeah.
And boy, does Tara Reid looks like my heel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
What happened to her? Remember when she was the bee's knees in American Pie?
I think she's a Muppet now.
Yeah, she's definitely a Muppet.
Oh, boy. Shaking my head here.
Anywho, so that's the Q to W. You pick a movie, pick an actor. Everyone else is Muppets.
Mm-hmm. Good times.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
Another good one would be is Die Hard, but Alan Rickman's the human.
Yeah, it can't be John McClane. It's got to be.
No, it's got to be Hans Gruber.
That's great. The better part, or the best part, would be you pick the guy who was Carl Winslow on Family Matters. You know, he's just got the Twinkies.
Yeah.
He's the one you pick.
Yeah, right. That would be awesome.
Although, let's be honest here. A Muppet version of him with those Twinkies would be fantastic.
That'd be the best thing ever.
Yeah. So I mean, I can't so much endorse that, but yeah.
I can endorse it all day.
All right, so here's one last one for you. All right.
Okay, I got you. What you got?
So the movie's Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Which person do you keep?
Oh man.
Because picture Muppet Samuel L. Jackson.
Right.
Hilarious.
Amazing.
Yeah. So you can't be him.
You need someone that's kind of throughout the whole movie.
Right. Because otherwise, my answer would be the Gimp.
I almost feel like you need to keep Vin Rhames.
Yeah.
He's not through the entire movie per se, but he's in it enough that I feel like, because I want to see Muppet Jules and Muppet Vern.
Oh, for sure.
What's up with Jules and what?
It was Jules and
It's been too long since I watched that movie. I should watch it again, honestly.
Oh my, Vinny. No.
Yeah, I said Vern. Vinny, you're right. Jules and Vinny.
Although Jules and Vern would be a much weirder movie.
Hey, Vern!
Yeah. Damn it.
Plus, you get to, you get to have that image of a Muppet banging Vin Rhames in the ass.
Right.
for your enjoyment.
That's true. All right. So the movie's Caligula. No.
Naturally. All right, I'm in. Okay. The Human's Peter O'Toole. Just some dude just banging Muppets.
Right. As it should be.
As it should be.
Anyway, all right. So there you go. Pick a movie, pick one actor, and the rest are replaced by Muppets. So what's your movie?
Who's your actor?
And who's your actor? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, all right. Good fun answer or question there. So, all right. Well, I guess with that, head on over to saltylanguage.com, click the links. Old episodes are there. The enthusiasts are there. You can find a link to the network we're part of.
A danger, motherfucker. Oh, it's actually Tangent Bound.
Tangent Bound Network, yeah.
Mark, we love you. Miss you.
Right. You gonna open mouth kiss him, or is it just Dev?
I keep, honestly, I keep going like, hey, Mark, we miss you. I'm convinced he does not listen to our show.
I think he's just, I think he's refusing your love is what it is.
He really is.
Yeah. He sent me a message. He was like, I really wish Tony would quit doing that because I hate him. But,
Actually, I'm scrolling through my Facebook people right now. If he's on, I'm going to message him right now. He's not on. He's so lucky.
That would have been fun. Right. So, if you want to contact us, you can find us on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me at Stunami.
You can find me at Monotony. Seriously, I'm going to start utilizing the Salty Language Pod on Instagram. Is that at our Instagram, or are we just Salty Language? Why can't I remember?
I think we're Salty Language Pod on Instagram, but I don't remember. Are you checking?
I gotta pull up right here.
Okay.
We are just Salty Language on Instagram.
Yeah, that's what I said. Right.
Yeah. So I'm going to start utilizing our stories a little bit more on there. And, I like the idea of doing Instagram live bike rides. I might just start doing that just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, that's fair.
Gotta come Maybe I'll do it when I'm walking the dog or something too. Why not?
Right.
So, oh my God, our TeePublic link is still on here. That link doesn't exist anymore.
It does.
Does it?
Yeah, TeePublic should exist.
Is that the current method of buying our shirt?
Yes.
All right, never mind.
Tells you how active it is.
Yeah, I thought that was our old link. My bad.
No.
All right, never mind.
Yeah. Anywho,
But so go to Salty Language on Instagram, or Salty Language Pod on the YouTubes.
Right.
I know that doesn't get utilized as much as I'd like it to, but I think it's because I honestly don't think my computer can handle live streaming.
Yeah, mine doesn't love it either, so yeah.
As much as I want to live stream our show, I really don't think my laptop likes it very much.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So, unfortunately, until we get some sort of technological upgrades, maybe we should do a GoFundMe or whatever the fuck the kids are doing these days. Seems to work for everybody.
Right, so head over to pleasehelpus.com and...
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. So, all right.
Yeah, man. It's been a good little night. Been sitting outside, got starved. It's supposed to be a meteor shower tonight, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't see shit.
Well, them meteors need washing off.
Hey-yo.
Anyway, I guess until next week, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Have multiple beers, Brian.
Yeah, that's a good idea, too. And
stay salty.
Yeah, and don't forget, here at Salty Language, our beef be fizzin'.
Damn fizz. Dude, did you watch that video of that guy drinking, making those weird cocktails?
No, not yet.
Don't. You might just vomit everywhere.
All right, that's fair. I kind of assumed that it might go that direction. That's why I was like, I'm going to skip this one.
It's pretty gross. All I can say is one of them's made of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a terrible idea.
It's a terrible idea.
Now, phosphates. Now, those are the bee's knees.
Sulfates. I'm in.
Yeah, whatever they were called.
Anything with fates. Fates are the future.
Fates. Don't tempt them.
Take it from me. I'm a 1930s scientist.
We need to stop.
Do we? Are we still recording?
Yeah.
Why are we doing this?
Because we're making stupid voices and stuff, so.
Oh, all right then.
Yeah.
All right, no, seriously, let's cut it up.
Yeah, we're